Game show continues live from Legion Field. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you. It is homecoming 2016, and what a night we expect to have here in Indianola. The IA Colonels, the number one team in the state in the MAIS AAA ranks, 6-0 overall on the year, 3-0 in District 1 AAA play. They welcome the Winona Christian Stars to town tonight. Winona, a AA team, but a very good team in their own right, Brady. 5-1 on the year. They're putting up a lot of points. In fact, they had a 49-42 win, I believe it was, last week over Oak Hill Academy. They can put points on the board in a hurry. I just don't know that they've seen a defense the caliber of what they're going to see from the Colonels tonight.
Well, you're exactly right, Watson. You know, in homecoming, so many distractions. People are thinking about, the dance afterwards, and also all the band's camaraderie, everything that goes along with it, the Queen, and anyway, it's just a lot of distractions. So the Colonels are really going to have to come out and remain focused, and you're exactly right, Watson, listening to the pregame show where you were interviewing Nestor, Oak Hill, and Winona did play last week, and they did have a little shootout. That's what you were saying there in the interview, how they had a shootout, and they were able to beat Oak Hill, which in years past, if you can remember, Oak Hill, we've played them several times. They're a pretty good team, so they do have some statement wins. So Winona is going to be a team to deal with, and Indianola better come out buckle the chin straps tonight.
This will be the fifth meeting between the Colonels and the Stars. IA leads the series 4-0. If you think back to 2013, Colonels played the Stars in the regular season, and then Winona came back here in the first round of the playoffs, took the Colonels to overtime. I'll never forget, that was the night I think we about put a hole in the press box on Wheeler Tim's touchdown reception in overtime. But
and then the young man got hurt right there at the goal line. We did a goal line stand. Everybody went crazy cheering, and then everybody had to it was the weirdest way to end the game because we couldn't really get rowdy because you didn't want to cheer for that person, and he laid there for so long, and then afterwards everybody's like, all right, well, let's go home, So you didn't really want to celebrate too much after that, but it was a good win. And we talked about, I remember that in that year, we had talked about how playing somebody 2 times in a year was so tough, and it has been tough on you before, but nonetheless, Winona does have a good team, and I'm very sure just as Indianola Academy teams over the years have learned from that prior success, Winona Christian School is going to be the same way. Those guys passing that torch down to the younger classes, younger generations, and like you said, Watson, they come in with a 5-1 impressive record, and these guys are going to come out ready to hit tonight.
So the Colonels and the Stars getting set to go at it here at Legion Field. Again, it is homecoming, and the homecoming court being presented right now out on the track. Will also be presented at halftime, and we will have that presentation for you at the half. We'll keep it live here on the air. You'll be able to hear the presentation of the homecoming court. Get to hear who is crowned homecoming queen 2016. Always an exciting time at Indianola Academy. Been a week full of activities. Had the parade this morning, a big pep rally this afternoon, and this crowd is fired up about homecoming.
So I'm just curious because nobody that is actually a student is listening. With you being a teacher and a coach at the academy, can you shed a little light on us as to maybe you know who the homecoming queen is? Did you get to count votes?
I did not get to count votes. No. I don't know. You've got 4 very beautiful senior maids: Hannah Morgan Strickland, Corsi Pitts, Emery Applegate, and Tori Ware, and any of them would be deserving of the crown.
Front page of the paper, even the Enterprise Toxin paper, they made the front page there. So definitely a big to-do here in the city of Indianola tonight. Gentry had their homecoming last week. Indianola Academy having theirs this week.
So Indianola Academy and Winona Christian. The head coach of the Stars is Junior Graham. Came back to Winona Christian after a while in the public school ranks. Has a very decorated coaching record, and he came back to Winona Christian this year trying to get that program back on the right track, trying to get them in the playoffs, and so far so good. Like we said, they come in here tonight 5-1 in the AA division. Head coach of the IA Colonels is Tommy Nestor. He's in his 11th season at the helm of Big Blue, 81-43 record at Indianola Academy, and he is assisted by Cleef Putnam, Shan Wright, Alan Hill, and Ray Bridges. I want to remind you that Greenville Motorsports is the sponsor of all IA Colonel first downs. Sookie's Restaurant and Catering, the sponsor of all Colonel touchdowns. And don't forget, after the first Colonel touchdown tonight, you can text 601-941-3922. Again, that number 601-941-3922. Be the first to text your name to that number after the first Colonel touchdown tonight. you'll win a $20 gift card from our friends at Sookies. Also, coming up at halftime, we'll have the double quick trivia question for you. That will be following the homecoming presentation that we're going to have live coming up at the half. And our post-game show will be naming the Lost Pizza Company players of the game, as well as the Bill's Body Shop collision of the game, and the Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage play of the game. So make sure you stay tuned for all that. A lot of exciting things going on right now around Indianola Academy, and this football team has been on a roll this year. A lot was made of the Colonel's early season schedule, and they ran right through it. And now you get to this point, later half of the regular season, you just don't want to have any letdowns because this Colonel team, Brady, I don't want to jinx anything, but I think they can go as far as they want to go in the postseason. They're that strong of a team, and going to be exciting to see how they finish the regular season out here in the last few weeks.
Well, you're exactly right, and I do want to mention one thing there. You went through 7 awards that we have, or things with these sponsors given out throughout the game. It's actually been fun this year giving those out. We've tried to kind of spread them out, and everybody's deserving, though, watching. And it's a tough job on our end. Hey, who are we going to pick here and there? And the thing about it is we hadn't had to try too terribly hard spreading it out because we hadn't had just the same hero week after week, that one person that steps. It's been tons. It's just an all-out play. And Indianola Academy, any given Friday, anybody can come up and make that play and step up here. So, I mean, it's been a wonderful thing, and Indianola Academy is just very blessed and fortunate right now to have the athletes that they have on the field.
We're going to step aside and take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups and get you set for kickoff. You're listening to IA Colonel Football with 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
We all know that Indianola Electric works on electric motors, but did you know Indianola Electric works on irrigation well motors? Call Chris today to talk about any type of electrical work on your irrigation system. When you need work on your in-gun pivot motor, electrical motors, and generators, there's one place to call, Indianola Electric at 887-3292. Our fully trained professionals are ready to serve you, so call today. With over 34 years serving this area, we want you to be our next satisfied customer. Call Indianola Electric today, 887-3292, Highway 49 North in Indianola.
Guarantee Bank and Trust Company has deep roots, starting in Belzona, heading north and south, and has been a part of Mississippi history for over 73 years. Homegrown from Batesville, Belzona, Cleveland, Greenville, Hernando, Hollandale, Indianola, Senatobia, South Haven, Vicksburg, and now open in Grenada. 16 branches and growing. Guarantee Bank and Trust Company. Big bank sophistication, small town values. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. You'll find big savings every day at your friendly, family, home-owned Sunflower Food Store, Indianola. We'd like to invite you to come and discover our newly remodeled store. From our produce department to the meat department, our deli, our bakery, and our employees, you'll find that Sunflower Food Store is eager to help you with all of your grocery needs. When it's time for groceries, it's time for a trip to Sunflower Food Store, Highway 82, Indianola. Always working to improve your shopping experience. Come shop with us today.
David Smith Construction of Inverness is a proud Indianola Academy sponsor. At David Smith Construction, our reputation is building every day. And Coach Tommy Nestor and the Colonels have built a winning tradition that we are proud of. Whether it be commercial or residential, let us take care of your building needs. We've been building for satisfied customers since 1982, and we would love to add you to that list. David Smith Construction is located on Highway 49 in Inverness. Call David Smith today at 265-6060.
Welcome back. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you from Legion Field. It is homecoming 2016, and what a crowd we have building here in Indianola. The IA Colonels welcoming the Winona Christian Stars to town for the homecoming festivities, and the Colonels look to continue what a role they've been on. And we talked about the early part of the schedule before that last break, Brady. You got through the St. Joe game, and I mean no disrespect at all to these teams, but then you play Bio here, North Delta here, teams that have, for lack of a better term, they've struggled a little bit.
They just got a down year, yeah.
And the Colonels, have really dominated those games. We've played with running clocks, and one issue you run into is you've got to walk that line between keeping guys healthy and keeping guys in playing shape. And we saw that bite the Colonels a little bit last week with center Seth Travis going down with an injury. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks. It just means the next man up, and that's something Coach Nestor referenced in the pregame show, was the depth of this team has really come through, and and shine for the Colonels when they've been called on.
Yeah, and I was talking to one of the fathers of a player from St. Joe after the game there a couple of days later, and he said, that's what hurts us so bad is, we play both ways and everything. And I was like, hey, that's the way I grew up going as well, but at the same time, this Indianola Academy team this year and in years past, Coach Nestor's really tried to pass the play-in duties, and he calls on several bodies. He's checking them in and out, and he has the talent, like we were mentioning earlier, to have that depth there. And you're exactly right, Watson. I'm telling you, these guys are very talented, very skilled, pay attention during class, during film session, lift weights. I mean, they do everything. They prep hard, and they're really focused. This team, a couple of weeks ago, we saw them in pregame where they looked like they were just kind of goofing off, going through the motions there. Didn't look like they were really focused, kind of nervous about it. And I'm telling you, they came out. I think 3 plays later scored. I mean, it's just crazy how this team executes here. These young men are just very talented, and I'm hats off to them. I mean, they're just wonderful people, and they're definitely got a bunch of depth. And whenever you have that depth, you can have those legs rested. I'll tell you, when we played, 95, 96, it was terrible because you'd be hitting on, you'd look up and you'd be hitting on 3 different guys, and it'd be second quarter, and Jackson Prep would have a different player out there playing. Your legs are about to fall off, and it was just crazy how they had that depth. But Indianola Academy is able to do that now, and definitely blessed and fortunate. We definitely hope we keep the numbers around here.
Let's give you the starting lineups for the IA Colonels. We'll start on the defensive side. At one defensive end will be the senior, number 33, Sherman Timms, 8 solos, 8 assists, and a sack on the season. At nose guard, a senior, number 53, Stuart Nichols, 1 solo and 13 assists. And the other defensive end, John Abbott Smith, still out with an injury. We expect to see either Will Lang, a senior who wears number 61, or Wesley Lester, a sophomore who wears number 28, get the start at defensive end. The 3-man linebacking core, an outside linebacker, a junior, number 64, Jack Dodge, 7 solos, 21 assists on the year. Your middle linebacker is a senior, number 5, Ben Van Cleve, 8 solos, 20 assists, 1 interception, and 2 pass breakups. The other outside linebacker is a sophomore, number 3, Stephon Smith, 13 solos, 18 assists, and a sack on the year for Smith. At the laser position, Sebastian Harris, the normal starter there. Coach Nestor told me this morning Jackson Cowart is going to get the start there tonight. Cowart, the senior, going to get the start on homecoming, and Cowart with 10 total tackles on the year. We do expect Harris to come right in and still get his usual snaps, but Cowart will get the start at the laser position. At one quarterback, a senior, number 7, Shade Smith, 8 solos, 8 assists, and 5 pass breakups. The free safety is a junior, number 11, William Barrier, 2 solos, 3 assists, 3 interceptions. 2 of those returned for a touchdown. One of those last week on the second play of the game against North Delta, and also 3 pass deflections for Barrier. The other cornerback, a senior, number 25, Gray Odom, 8 solos, 9 assists, 2 interceptions, and 2 pass breakups. And at the Rocket position, a senior, number 27, Mitchell Pitt, 15 solos and 10 assists. As we move to the offensive side, up front, again, that's an area where the Colonels have experienced the bulk of their injuries. At left tackle, we're going to see the senior Will Lang get the start, number 61 in there for the injured Hunter Price. At left guard, a senior, number 53, Stuart Nichols. At center will be the junior, number 64, Jack Dodd, getting the start in place of Seth Travis, who went down with an injury last week. At right guard, a junior, number 52, Sheeper Phillips, will get the start in place of injured Slade Boone, who is still out nursing a knee injury. And at right tackle will be the junior, number 55, Watson Brewer. Starting tight end for the IA Colonels will be the senior, number 5, Ben Van Cleve, 5 receptions for 85 yards on the season. Your 2 starting wideouts will be a sophomore, number 4, Randy Kimball, 6 receptions for 70 yards, and a junior, number 2, T.K. Bolden. What a season he's having in his first year of football here at Indianola Academy. Leads the team with 18 receptions, 413 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He also has a rushing touchdown on the season, that one from 26 yards out. In the backfield at fullback will be the big senior, number 33, Sherman Timms, 48 carries for 426 yards and 7 touchdowns. He's averaging 8.9 yards per carry. Timms also with 2 receptions for 6 yards and a touchdown on the season. And at tailback will be the junior number 10, Sebastian Harris, 64 carries, 585 yards, 8 touchdowns. He's averaging 9.1 yards a carry. He also has 2 receptions for 27 yards. And the starting quarterback for the IA Colonels will be the sophomore, number 15, Will Davis, who is 31 of 56 on the year for 482 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He has also ran it 51 times for 183 yards and 4 touchdowns. We are getting set for the prayer and national anthem. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
So we will step aside, take a 2-minute break, and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Some call it Los Mocajetas. Some can't even pronounce it, but everyone agrees that Los Mocajetas has delicious, authentic Mexican food that makes your mouth water. Satisfied customers from all over the Mississippi Delta dine with Juan and his staff every chance they get, and you will too. Los Mocajetas also has a party room that you can reserve for birthday parties, anniversaries, and just a good time. You won't feel crowded, and the atmosphere is that perfect setting for authentic Mexican food. That's Los Mocajetas Mexican Restaurant, Highway 82 in Indianola.
It's the year's best cheer.
Give us an A!
High school seniors, give us your A's and you could win one of 10 $1,000 scholarships from Planters Bank. Bring each report card to any Planters location, and every A you bring means another entry in a scholarship drawing. No purchase necessary. Drawing May 1st, 2017. For details, visit planters-bank.com. Time to win. Time to...
Give us an A!
Member FDIC.
The best-kept secret in the Delta is Impact Wholesale Warehouse on Highway 82, Indianola, right next to Love's Travel Center. Having a party? Get all of your party supplies at Impact. Save money on your janitorial supplies by shopping our huge warehouse. And listen to this, ribs, chicken, catfish, and seafood are our specialties. Also canned goods, candy, and lots more. We serve many area schools and restaurants and would love to serve you. That's Impact Wholesale Warehouse next to Love's Travel Center. Call 887-7288.
The year was 1953. The average wage was $4,000 a year. Gas was 20 cents a gallon, and Dwight D. Eisenhower became president. And that same year, in the land of cotton, the Mississippi Delta, Abrahams was born. Michael and Helen Abraham carry on the proud tradition of offering the finest collection of men and women's clothing for Indianola and all of the Delta. Jeans from Big Star and Silver, mountain khaki shorts and pants, and Polo and Cotton Brothers for men. For the ladies, shoes by OTBT, Barefoot Dream sweaters, and Carly dresses and tunics. And don't forget Patagonia and True Grit in ladies and men. Proud Colonel Boosters, Abrahams, downtown Indianola.
Welcome back. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you with the Enterprise Toxin pregame show. Don't forget to pick up a copy of the Enterprise Toxin each week. The ET proudly supports the IA Colonels, your hometown newspaper, committed to covering what's happening in Indianola and Sunflower County. Your captains tonight for Winona Christian, number 5, Paul Green, number 6, Zach Castile, number 7, Walker Pearson, and number 11, Landon Harbin. Your captains for the IA Colonels, number 7, Shade Smith, number 8, Jackson Cowart, number 18, Jim Holland, and number 61, Will Lang. Brady said the Colonels won the toss and will receive. Is that correct?
That is correct. That's what I saw. Those color commentator classes are paying off for me finally.
Winona Christian takes the field. Here at Legion Field, the Stars are in their road white tops with royal blue letters and numbers, the gold pants with the royal blue and white pipe down the side. They got gold helmets with the royal blue star. They got the Dallas Cowboy star on the side of the helmets. And the IA Colonels take the field now in their home royal blues, all royal blues with white letters, white numbers, and the white IA logo on the hat. What a crowd we've got here at Legion Field for homecoming. The IA Colonels will be on offense to start things off here tonight, scoring 34.3 points per game. They're averaging 351 total yards per game, 233 on the ground, 118 through the air. And Winona Christian defensively giving up 20 points per game. We talked about how much they can score. They've also given up a few points on the year.
I was looking across their roster here, Watson. They got 34 members on their team. However, I did notice there's 9 of them that are ninth graders there, so they do have a lot of future there at Winona Christian. However, I believe we're going to see some of their seniors play tonight and see how good their starting team is.
The Colonels will send Sebastian Harris back deep to return the kickoff. Harris with 7 attempts on the year, 113 yards. He's averaging 16.1 per return. Mitchell Pitts also back to return the kick. He has 1 attempt for 13 yards. Kicking off for the Stars will be number 11, Landon Harbin. He will tee it up at the 40. The Stars will kick right to left. The Colonels will be working left to right here in the first quarter. Crowd continues to build here at Legion Field. Going to get kicked off just a couple of minutes early here tonight. Nobody complaining about that on homecoming.
No, I guarantee you, a lot of former faces I'm seeing here tonight, so it has been a big crowd, a pleasant crowd here tonight at Indianola Academy.
Harbin with the squib kick on the ground, going to be recovered by Josh Hill at the Colonel 43, and Indianola Academy will have great field position to open things up here tonight.
I tell you, Josh Hill doing a good job up front there on that front line. He did not turn his back to the kicker, and that's the first thing that they teach you. Do not put your back to the kicker there, and the kicking team, and Josh Hill kept that head on a swivel and did a great job. The ball actually kind of bounced up on him, which Josh dropped to the knees automatically saying, hey, I'm just going to touch it.
1st and 10 from the 43. Quarterback Davis looking to pass. Fires right side complete to Van Cleve at the 49-yard line. 6-yard pickup will bring up 2nd and 4. Tackle made by number 9, Cade Marlowe.
I tell you, that's stout there, having a wide receiver that is that large of a man like Ben Van Cleve out there. Did a great job of passing, catching there. I think we led off with that same play 2 weeks in a row.
2nd and 4 from the 49. Davis looking to pass. Swings it out left side this time, complete to Harris. He's got a Greenville Motorsports first down, deep into Star territory to the 25-20. Taking defenders inside the 15, down to the 10 goes Sebastian Harris, and the Colonels will be set up. They mark it just shy of the 10. It may be 1st and 10, and they can pick up a first down without scoring. We'll see where they put it.
It does look like that, Watson. And I tell you, at the beginning of the year, we were saying Davis is not coming into his own yet. He has really come into his own. He has got comfortable back there in the quarterback position, finding those open receivers.
41 yards on the pickup. First down, Colonels. Davis looking to pass again, looking for Bolden in the end zone, goes through his hands and incomplete. Well, how about that? Colonels come out 3 pass plays in a row.
And I was going to say that as well about Davis. Standing strong in the pocket and taking that hit there, having the confidence behind his offensive lineman as well, too, saying, hey, you're going to make the blocks. I'm going to have the confidence. I'm not going to get hit from the blind side. I can make some passes to my open, good receivers, let their athleticism take over out in the open field and make some things happen.
Brady, they've got it marked where it appears the Colonels can get just inside the 1 and pick up another first down. Davis looking to pass on 2nd and 10. Throws right side, incomplete again through the hands of Bolden. Well, Bolden's been the bright spot of this receiving corps thus far this season. But here in the last couple of plays, he's let 2 go through his hands.
Tough break there for the Colonels. Yeah, you're exactly right, Watson. Hey, when your quarterback and receiver get on that same page there, where they're comfortable with each other and know where they're going to be, you start going on those people and calling on them a lot more. And Davis is called on his number 2 receiver there and just has not been able to connect the past 2 plays.
The 3rd and 10, ball just shy of the Star 10-yard line. Davis rolls out to his right on play action, looking to pass. He's got Sherman Timms at the 4, and he's in there. Touchdown, Colonels. Boy, Davis went with a little play action, rolled out, and his fullback, Sherman Timms, just kind of settled out in the flat. Davis hit him for the 10-yard reception. Colonels go on top 6-0 with 11:02 to play in the first quarter. Don't forget to text 601-941-3922. Try to win a gift card from our friends at Sookie's Restaurant and Catering.
Well, you're telling what the play did, Watson. What am I supposed to do now? Good job there. You're exactly right. A play-action fake going to number 33, Timms. They have to honor that dive play there because Timms is a big man, rumbles over the middle. He just squirted out of the line there and fell out into the flats. He was wide open, only had one man to beat at the line at the goal line and got in there easily.
Will hang on for the extra point. It is up and good. Colonels take a 7-0 lead over Winona Christian with 11:02 to play in the first quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
I'm Greg Bills from Bill's Body Shop in Rubel, Mississippi, and I want to fix your car. We've been in business for 40 years in the same location. We're a family-owned business and currently have 3 generations still working under the same roof. If you're ever in an accident, we can tow your vehicle, help you with your insurance claim, get you in a rental car, repair your vehicle, and deliver it back to you in usually under a week. We're located at 501 South Oak Street, Highway 49, Louisville, Mississippi. Give us a call today, 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
Magic Mart Pharmacy is a proud supporter of IA Colonel football. We know it takes hard work and commitment to win football games. Come by and let us work hard to earn your business. Serving Indianola and the Delta area as your hometown pharmacy for 25 years. That's Magic Mart Pharmacy, located on Highway 82 East behind McDonald's, with a drive-through window for your convenience. Magic Mart Pharmacy, where your health is our business. Go Colonels!
5 plays, 57 yards on the scoring drive for the IA Colonels. Will Davis to Sherman Timms from 10 yards out, and the Colonels lead the Stars 7-0 with 11:02 to play in the first quarter. Paul Green is back deep to receive the kick from Will Lang. It's a low line drive kick. Green going to let it go over his head and into the end zone for a touchback. The Stars will start 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Watson, I don't know if all the fans realize this or weren't really paying attention. All 5 of those play on that scoring drive were all pass plays at that. You and I were talking, and, of course, I jumped you last week, surprised you and caught you off guard with when was the last time we've had a kickoff return for a touchdown. And we might go to that a little more later on, but I don't know when was the last time or the first time ever has Nestor called 5 passing plays in a row.
It's been a long time since I remember that, especially to open a game.
Yeah.
1st and 10 Stars from their own 20. The quarterback is number 2, Shaw Ferguson. And he will go under center on 1st and 10 for Winona Christian.
Wonder if he's thinking to brick a Shaw Ferguson.
Very possible. Zach Castile is the big fullback. He'll take the handoff. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and nowhere to go. No gain on the play. Stuart Nichols, I believe, was the first to get to him. May have been Ben Van Cleve. They were both in there on the stop. No gain for Castile. Will bring up 2nd and 10.
I would love to give a nominee for Bill's Body Shop on that collision there. I couldn't see it, though. You're exactly right. It was either 52 Nichols or 5 Ben Van Cleve, but somebody was up in there laying the lumber that time. Nice job by the Colonel stuffing there. And I tell you, that running back for Winona that just came up to the line, he kind of tiptoed, and they made him pay for doing that.
Ferguson will go under center on 2nd and 10 from the 21. Receiver split out to the right. 2 backs, play action. Ferguson rolls to his right, looking to pass. Now throws downfield. It's deflected at the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Timms who got a hand on it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 3rd and 10.
You know, Sherman, the other night I was hanging out with him a little bit there, and I walked up to the big young man. He's a total package. I think he's 6'2", 6'3", pushing that, and his shoulders were a little wider than mine. I was like, wow, he has grown a lot. And somebody made mention that they think that Miss Sherman's side of the family must be some pretty big people because he didn't get his height from Tim.
3rd and 10 Stars from their own 20. Colonels on top 7-0 with 10:10 to go in the first quarter. Ferguson looking to pass, swings it right side. It's complete for about a 3-yard gain. That was Paul Green who hauled it in. Gray Odom comes up to make the stop.
Oh, it was great.
Also Jackson Coward in there, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I was calling. Hey, Jackson Coward over there to make a nice assist there on his first start for the year on defense.
They give him 2 to the 22. So 4th and 8 coming up for the Stars. They'll punt it away. William Barrier will go back to return the punt. Barrier with 7 returns on the year for 77 yards. And it's a very short, high kick going to hit at the Star 35 and go out of bounds. Well, not the kick that the Stars wanted there out of, I believe it was Walker Pearson back there to punt it. Great field position here for the Colonels. They'll have it at the Star 35.
I hear their coaches in the booth.
34.
Their coaches next door in the booth over there yelling, Peter. That was an old call that we've done. I think every coaching staff does that across the United States, telling you to clear out of there, get out of the way, don't get around the ball. That's just always been the universal word.
So the Colonels have it 1st and 10 at the Star 34. Davis fumbles the snap, drops back, and he's going to be sacked back at the 41. That's going to be a loss of 7 on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 17.
Well, you got to give the man credit there, staying kind of cool under pressure, finding the ball, not trying to make anything too crazy and all that pressure there, making sure that he collapses on the ball there and holds it, and so we don't give up the fumble there.
2nd and 17 from the Star 41. Cardinals on top 7-0 here with 8:50 to go in the first quarter. Davis looking to pass, throws right side complete to Josh Hill. And that's to the 40-yard line. A pickup of only one will bring up 3rd and 16.
Well, defense for Winona right now finally getting calm on their own, and they're settling down there and putting a little pressure on Will Davis and company there, and the Colonel's offensive line got to get that head on a swivel there and pick up those blitz and backs.
3rd and 16 from the 40. Cardinals looking to pick up a first down. Davis will work out of the gun, send Hill in motion to the far side. Lost it deep down the right side, looking for Bolden. It's caught, but I believe he came down out of bounds. They'll say incomplete. Bolden went up to get it, but couldn't get the feet in bounds. Number 11, Landon Harbin, had the coverage. That'll bring up 4th and 16 for the Colonels.
Yeah, Davis and company there that time just couldn't get it dialed down a little bit. About a half of yard out of bounds there. Nice throw there, putting it where only his receiver could catch it. Only, unfortunately, it was just a little too wide there, and the Colonels are going to be forced to punt for the first time in this game.
Will Lang to punt it away, 13 attempts on the year. He's averaging 34.3 per attempt. They don't send anybody back deep to return. It's a high spiral kick, going to hit the 15, and we'll roll back to the 20, and it's down there by Mitchell Pitts. There is a flag down back at the 39-yard line. We'll check the penalty marker.
It was right in the middle of the line of scrimmage there. Not sure what they saw. The officials did. Maybe a little movement on the offensive side of the ball.
You are exactly right. Boy, if I'm the Stars, I'd decline that.
I think so as well. I mean, even if he does re-kick it and he kicks it into the end zone, you're starting back on the 20 as well. So I'm like you. I think I'd just go on and decline that and get your offense out there, get rolling.
It'll be 1st and 10. Winona Christian from their own 20. IA on top of the Stars, 7-0 with 8:03 to play in the first quarter.
We might need to hush up. We could be mic'd up over there. They could be listening to what we're telling them to do.
Quarterback Shaw Ferguson will go under center with Castile in the backfield. Also Blake Green back there is an H-back, I guess you would call it. One receiver split out wide to the right. Ferguson will give it off right side to Walker Pearson, who was in the backfield as well, and he works out of bounds, short pickup, maybe to the 21. He may not have picked up anything there. Let's see where they mark him out. He ran to the Star sideline. They'll stop the clock, put it at the 21, 1-yard pickup, 2nd and 9 coming up for the Stars. Bailey Bills, or I beg your pardon, Gray Odom, going over to make the tackle. 2nd and 9 for Winona Christian. Ferguson will work out of the gun, has Castile back there with him, one receiver to either side. Ferguson drops back, looking to pass. Not going to roll to his right. He's in trouble, and he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Stuart Nichols and Sherman Timms get back there for the sack on Ferguson. One we talked about last year a couple of times when Scott Poindexter and Chris Harris were running after you. You felt like you were running for your life. How would you feel if you look up and Sherman the Tank Timms and Stuart Nichols are coming after you?
What was it? The terrible twosome tandem?
Terrible twosome tandem.
Well, they're not there yet, but they are getting very close to them. You're exactly right, Watson. Those two young men will be tough. That's what you call a coverage sack there, by the way. They were dialing up on number 7, their receiver Pearson, running a streak out there, but number 7, Shane Smith, was covering excellently for the Colonel's defensive backs.
7-yard loss, 3rd and 16. They'll hand it off straight ahead. Not much happening there for the Stars. The give was to Castile. And he works to the 15 before he's brought down by a sea of blue and white. Stars will have to punt it away.
Several Colonels checking in here. Clint Jones, number 12, 28, Wesley Lester, 61. Will Lang, also 14, Josh Hill for the punt return team for the Colonels.
4th and 15.
7.
They will send back Walker Pearson to punt it away. William Barrier will return. Barrier stands at the Star 48. Pearson going to kick it from the goal line. A little better punt this time out of Pearson. It's going to hit at the 40 and take a Star bounce. And it'll be down at midfield. That's where the Colonels will have it for their third possession of the night, leading Winona Christian 7-0 with 6:06 to play in the first quarter.
I know Coach Nestor and company, they go over this special teams week after week. Barrier is the quarterback on the punt return team there. He is the general out on the field there. He has to be able to tell his guys, his return men who are returning that wall, they're trying to set up a wall. He's got to be able to talk to them a lot better there. They've got to do a little better communicating. Several of our players almost ran into that punt there that time. We got to get a little better on that, which we've known that's been a weak part of our game so far this year. Hopefully we're working on it week after week in practice.
Got a timeout on the field. We'll step aside as well. Back in a minute with IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Pecans are only the beginning of what you'll find at Indianola Pecan House. Stop in for gift items from your favorite universities, great silver and gold jewelry from designers like Ronaldo, gourmet food items, cupcakes, caramel and pound cake, pecan pies, all made fresh daily. And they also create custom gift baskets for any occasion. Come in and sample their most recent flavors of pecans, crunchy praline popcorn and crunchy praline. Serving pecans around the world for over 30 years from 1013 Highway 82 East. Indianola Pecan House, home of the original praline pecan.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about how much value their car insurance company is really delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola can help you get to a better state, because he'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it. From cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
Welcome back. Coming out of the timeout, Sebastian Harris takes the handoff and rumbles 44 yards down to the 6-yard line. Greenville Motorsports first down. Colonels will have it first and goal from the 6 as they lead Winona Christian 7-0 with 5:56 to go in the first quarter.
And once Harris got out to the open field there, he used Sherman Timms as a good blocking back there, getting behind there and paving the way.
Davis will work out of the gun on first and goal. Hand off to Harris around the right side, and he's in with ease. Touchdown, Colonels. Sebastian Harris, with his 9th touchdown run of the season, puts the Colonels up 13-0 with 5:45 to play in the first quarter. The touchdown brought to you by our friends at Sookie's Restaurant and Catering.
I was about to say, Harris has brought the bread, toted it all the way down the field. It was time to reward him with that touchdown there. Did an excellent job getting into the end zone. We kind of did an overload there, shift on that time, and caught Winona sleeping there. They weren't paying attention and didn't shift with us. Timms came out of the backfield on the right side as well there and just really overloaded that right side. Harris had a wide open field.
Laying on for the extra point, and the kick goes wide left. So the score remains 13-0. Colonels on top of the Stars with 5:45 to go in the first quarter. Keep it here during the break.
We had a good little streak there of consecutive PATs made there, and I hate to see that Lang, being the senior here, I definitely knows he doesn't want to miss one his last night here being a senior colonel. This will be the last time they play on this field as seniors for homecoming there, and I know that really means a lot. I remember my senior year, our homecoming team that we played lost by 1 point to SBEC. Still remember it to this day, 20 years later, like it was yesterday. Played Bernie Veazey and John Pointer, and they were 2 studs back in the day. And they went on to, I think, play at Tennessee, the University of Tennessee. They were a real good team. SBEC was a good team that year. I want to say they ended up coming about 2nd or 3rd in the state. But anyway, I still remember mine 20 years later. I know they're going to remember theirs as well.
Yeah, even from being up around the Memphis area, if I remember correctly, SBEC was pretty good rival of Indianola Academy.
They really were.
A lot of good games back during that time that you're referencing.
And we talked about last week, our bus broke down the year before on the way to SBEC, and I was a junior, and we had to borrow North Delta's bus and carry the rest of the way from Batesville up to there.
Kickoff from Lane will go into the end zone for a touchback. Stars will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20. Well, it's been tough going for Winona Christian to try to get anything going offensively. A couple of 3-and-outs on their first 2 drives.
I'm really glad my wife is at the game tonight. It's their 10-year reunion. Congrats to them, class of 2006 here tonight meeting. I'm glad she's at the game and not out listening instead, because she gets upset at me all the time because I can't remember what went on yesterday. However, I can remember stuff that went on 20 years ago.
So a big celebration this weekend is what you're telling me.
Oh, yeah,
class
sure.
reunion.
Yeah, it should be a very good time.
First and 10 Stars from their own 20. Quarterback Ferguson rolls to his right, looking to pass, sets it up and fires downfield, complete for a first down out to the 33-yard line. That is Harbin on the reception. I beg your pardon, that's Paul Green on the reception. Gray Odom coming up to make the tackle.
I can say Ferguson, the quarterback, he is a very mobile quarterback. He likes to roll out there and get out in the open, get out in the flats there and find those receivers. They run some nice, crisp route. That there is just a hook play where they ran it 10 yards downfield, hook back to the quarterback at the last second there, boom, pop, hit him in stride. Nice route there for a first down.
14-yard pickup to the 34 is where the Stars have it. Ball is on the far hash as they move right to left here in the first quarter. Send it back in motion, and they'll hand it off. It's Walker Pearson, and he's chopped down after a short gain. Number 3, Stephon Smith coming up to make the tackle.
Stephon Smith laying the lumber there. That was a nice lick that he did. Met him right in the hole there. They had that counter crossbuck play like we used to call it back in the day. Jared Music, if you're out there listening, had the guy pulling the offensive left guard pulling to the right, clearing it, kicking out that defensive end, and the hole was there. Stephon Smith stepped in it real quick and closed it up. Nice job by the Colonels.
2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 from the 36 for Winona Christian. Ball is on the far hash. Ferguson will go under center with Castile, the fullback. Ferguson rolls to his left, looking to pass, throws, complete, and slipping down at the 45-yard line is Landon Harbin. They'll mark it at the 46, a 10-yard pickup. That'll move the chains again for the Stars.
Ferguson had to throw it for his life there. He was rolling against his body there, being chased by 28 Wesley Lester, the sophomore, applying a lot of pressure there. And I thought 7, Shade Smith, had some very good coverage there. Number 11, though, Landon Harbin, just ran a good crisp out, a 10-yard out. It was just enough to get that first down right here in front of the home bleachers.
First and 10 Stars from their own 46. Ball on the near hash. 4:10 to go, first quarter. Cardinals on top 13-0. And the quarterback going to let the play clock run down as much as possible. And he's going to hand it off to Castile. Nowhere to go. Wesley Lester coming up in there to make the tackle. He's going to lose one, maybe two. Let's see where they spot it.
And where that play really started creating havoc there, number 53, Nichols, shot up through there. He busted the center back, and that didn't allow that guard to be able to pull to kick out that defensive end out there. Indianola Academy creating a lot of havoc, pile up right there in the center, and they weren't able to run that and execute that crossbuck play with the pulling guard. That's a tough play there, and that's the way it's got to be stopped every time.
2nd and 11 from the 45. Ferguson will sprint out to his right, looking to pass. Lester giving chase again, going to loft it downfield, and it is caught. One-handed grab. Flag is down. The Stars are going to take it in for the touchdown. I believe that's going to be interference on Gray Odom as Paul Green stretched out with one hand to bring it in, and the Stars take it in for a touchdown. If it stands, it'll be a 55-yard pass and catch. We'll check the penalty marker.
Oof, that was tough there. I tell you, we've noticed that Green was the Ferguson's a gunslinger there, and he stood strong in that pocket, and you're exactly right. I believe that is going to be defense. Yep, that's what they called it there, the defensive pass interference on Odom. Just a nice one-handed catch there, and nice concentration along those visitor sidelines over there, staying in bounds. I believe Ferguson threw that ball about 45 after about a 55 yards there. He owned that thing way downfield.
So with 3:11 to go in the first quarter, the Stars get on the board. Ferguson to Green from 55 yards out. Cuts the Colonel lead to 7, 13-6. As they're getting the special teams out on the field for the extra point, they were missing somebody.
Got a play clock working this week. That's nice.
Harbin is back for the extra point attempt.
And this is why extra points are very important.
Boy, Colonels nearly get the block. The PAT is up and good. 13-7, Winona Christian, give them credit. You go on the road, you're a AA team. You go on the road to the number 1 AAA team in the state with their homecoming. You get down 13-0 quickly, and they strike right back, 13-7.
You're exactly right, Watson. That is just tough. Just showing this team isn't going to lay down here. You know, I saw the first offensive play there where I believe it was Castile, the running back, and he is a big young man there. I wish we had some size on him, but or size is stats on him. But he tiptoed in there that first play, and I said, oh, gosh, they're going to lay down here. And this team has not laid down one bit. They are coming out and popping in the mouth. And I got to give credit for Indianola Academy defense. They're doing an excellent job of stopping. But all it takes is that one play where Indianola gives up a 10-yard out for a catch, a 14-yard hitch for the catch in the first down. And next thing you know, you hit a boom, deep bomb play, and, there they go. The Stars are on the board. They're knocking the Stars out of the Colonels.
5 plays, 80 yards on the scoring drive for Winona Christian. And the Colonel coaching staff out on the field wanting a word with the officials.
What in the world? They must have called a penalty afterward.
Well, I think they chose to take that penalty on the kickoff.
Oh.
Pass interference, chose to assess it on the kickoff. And so Winona Christian going to kick off from the Colonel 45.
I got you there.
Harbin set to kick it away. 13-7. Colonel's leading Winona Christian with 3:11 to go in the first quarter.
I hate to put you on the spot again. Is this a new rule, or is this something that we've just never run across before? Do you know, really?
As far as being allowed to
take the penalty,
on a scoring play, I believe you can.
Okay, I got you. We probably just hadn't seen it in a year or two.
Apparently,
yeah.
You can. You're right. We haven't come across that in a while. Harbin with the kickoff, going to take Harris about 2 yards deep into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the Colonels will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20.
I'm noticing here, number 5, Ben Van Cleve, sitting on the bench here. He was sitting next to Dr. Dowell and the trainer here. I hope he's okay. Well, he did run out to Coach Nestor and company there, so I'm pretty sure he's ready to get back on the field, get some action. I know he's been out there hitting pretty hard all night tonight, the senior, really knowing this is going to be his last homecoming game there. And that you got to take that heart. You got to let that heart and that desire take over and get out there and give it 100% every play.
1st and 10, Colonels. Davis will go under center. He'll turn handoff to Sherman Timms, and he's cut down after a short gain to the 23. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Colonels.
I believe that's Timms' first touch on the night there, and I tell you what, that's hard to believe that you wait to a fourth series here to get the big man his first touch of the game, But hey, whenever you have so many athletes there, you got to give the success and pass it around there. And Indianola Academy done a good job on offense tonight, making plays.
2nd and 7 from their own 23. Davis will turn handoff to Harris straight ahead. Boy, he saw a hole and was about to turn on the Jets and credit, I believe it was 54, Cody Garrett for Winona Christian. He reached in at the last second to bring Harris down, and Harris is down in pain on the field. Well, you certainly hope it's not as bad as it looks, because it appears right now that Harris is in a great deal of pain down at the 27-yard line.
And he had a nice hole open up there. You're exactly right, Watson. And he hit it, and just at the last second, one man's hand came out of nowhere and just got Harris down there. I'm not sure what all occurred. They had a big pile up, though, and Winona is hitting them low, and they're staying low. And, hey, with big guys like Sherman Timms running the ball, you like to tackle low, because if you hit him up high, he's just going to run you over. And these guys are getting after it right now. They're coming in. The momentum's kind of on their side of the field again after that big scoring strike there at 55 yards. These guys are getting fired up and gaining more and more confidence there. And you hate to see Harris down on the field for sure, because Indianola Academy, a lot of their offense really hinges on that young man.
Absolutely. We talked about the injuries that the Colonels have suffered thus far this season and how the depth has really come through for the Colonels. Going to be tested again here, this time in the backfield.
Yeah, I was about to say you can run out of depth after a while. Anybody can do that. Any team can, and you definitely hate to see your starting running back go down here.
So Harris still down. We will step aside and take a break. 2:33 to play in the first quarter. IA on top of Winona Christian, 13-7. Well, let's keep it here as they get Harris up to his feet now, and he is trying to limp away the pain, and I say that just from knowing the young man. He wants nothing more than to stay in the game. He's going to walk off under his own power very slowly, but that is a good sign to see that he is up and able to come off on his own. They gave him 3 on the pickup to the 26, brings up 3rd and 4 for the Colonels.
Well, Indianola Academy's offense is still out there on the field, really has to focus here, regain that composure here, and execute on plays.
Davis will fake the give, and he's got room up the middle. He's got a Greenville Motorsports first down across the 30 up to the 31. Give him 5 on the carry. That'll move the chains for the Colonels, who lead Winona Christian 13-7 with 2:15 to go in the first quarter.
I got to say, 55, a big, I was reading the text there at the same time. Sorry, I love Watson Brewer getting downfield, 10 yards downfield blocking. That's some good hustle there by the junior offensive lineman.
Give him 6 to the 32, 1st and 10 Colonels. Davis looking to pass, trying Bolden down the right side. This time it's caught at the 40, and his momentum takes him out of bounds. They'll mark him out at the 36. So Bolden going back to work here for the Colonels. Another big gainer at Greenville Motorsports first down.
Man, that's awesome. That brings that momentum back on this side of the sidelines there. Everybody kind of wondering about Sebastian Harris there and thinking about him. Definitely got him in our prayers right now. And next thing you know, that's the medicine that we need right there, hitting a big deep bomb there to get that momentum back.
32 yards on the play for the Colonels. Davis on first down, swings it left side, this time complete to Randy Kimball, and works inside the 30 to the 29 before he's taken off his feet. 7-yard pickup will bring up 2nd and 3.
52, Schieffer Phillips, offensive guard there at that time, getting downfield, trying to make some blocks there for Randy Kimball up front, and just doing a good job. I like to see these offensive linemen. They're young, but at the same time, they are definitely getting after it and giving Coach Nestor and Coach Wright 100% play after play, and that's all you can ask for.
2nd and 3 from the start, 29. Ball is on the far hash. Davis under center. He'll turn handoff to Sherman Timms, trying to get away from a defender, and they come in and actually knock him forward for the first down inside the 25 to the 24. I believe that was Cody Garrett again who had him by the ankles. And number 33, Holland Ingram, came in to finish Timms off. That is a 5-yard pickup, 1st and 10 Colonels.
Those guys hit low. You can definitely say that. They are going to grab some ankles there, and that's the only place that you can really hang on to Sherman Timms there and not get taken for a ride.
Greenville Motorsports first down. They'll hand it off to Mitchell Pitts, who is in at tailback now. And he's taken down at the 19, 5-yard carry for Pitts.
Good hard run for Pitts there. He tried to stretch the field out there, or tried to get around the edge. Winona Christian stretched the field there and wouldn't let him find the edge there, but he did make a nice 5-yard gain there, just running hard. The senior running back there, or the wing back, as you would call him in that position, that formation there. The prior play, I don't know if you saw it, Watson, number 4, Randy Kimball, jumped at his offensive receiver position out there, and we fortunately got away with not a false start there.
2nd and 5, Colonels from the start 19. Timms comes to the near side in motion. Davis going toward the end zone for Bolden and reaches out and lets it fall at the last minute. Bolden tried a one-handed grab of his own and couldn't hang on as he went to the ground. Incomplete pass will bring up 3rd and 5. A little excited there, flipped over the chair, huh?
Well, it's way down here in the corner here in the old booth. We kind of had this corner where you could see. Well, I didn't, you did, but I've always been stuck in the corner over here. But I really had to get up there that time. You're exactly right. I mean, it's a WWE wrestling arena up in here, man. Got to pull out the chair.
3rd and 5, Colonels from the 19. Davis under center. He'll hand off to Sherman Timms, tries to run it left side, gets through a defender. He's got the first down and more to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Colonels. Sherman Timms put his head down about the 4 and gets in the end zone. 19-yard run for the senior Timms. Puts the Colonels on top 19-7 with 9 seconds to play in the first quarter.
So he started that run about at the 22-yard line, let's say. When he got back to the 15-yard, from about the 22 to the 15-14, he was looking for the stiff arm with the right arm. And then once he got to about that 12 or 11-yard line, it was, hey, head full of steam, I'm running over somebody there, just would not be stopped. Sherman Timms running hard, the senior getting in that end zone.
Lang on for the extra point, was nearly blocked. And Lang looking for a roughing the kicker penalty. There was contact made, no call, but the kick is good. 20-7, Colonels on top of Winona Christian with 9 seconds to play in the first quarter. We're back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Accidents do happen, and insurance companies do pay to make it right. But insurance companies don't get to tell you where to take your vehicle for repairs. It's your ride, your call. Make it count. Call Indianola Collision when you want it done right. Stop by 1437 Highway 82 East and let them look it over. Call 887-2000 right away. Call Indianola Collision at 887-2000. Nobody does a better job of making it right. Let the insurance company pay the claim, but you make the call. Indianola Collision.
Looking for John Deere tractors that were born for your workday and built for your budget?
Find them the Wade way.
Get a John Deere 5E Series tractor for 0% for 84 months and save like never before. These larger-than-life tractors feature turbocharged PowerTech engines and no-cost 5-year Power Guard protection plan. Learn more at WadeIncorporated.com. Wade, delivering service, solutions, and success since 1909. Offer ends October 31st, 2016, subject to approved installment credit with John Deere Financial. Terms, conditions, exclusions, and warranty limitations apply. See dealer for details.
Welcome back. 9 plays, 80 yards on the scoring drive for the IA. Colonel Sherman Timms with a 19-yard touchdown run. That touchdown brought to you by our friends at Sookie's Restaurant and Catering. Will Lang with the extra point, and the Colonels on top of Winona Christian 20-7 with 9 seconds to go in the first quarter. Kickoff going to be taken by Paul Green at the 3, and looks for running room straight ahead and got some to the 15, to the 20, out across the 30, and finally taken down near the 35. Brady, is that a flag around the 30?
Piece of paper there. And I got to say on this, that was probably one of the best kicks Lang's done all year long. I'm talking about plenty of hang time there. The Colonels ran their routes and got downfield. Winona just had a nice wall set up there and got some good blockers and allowed Winona's running back to slip through there through the cracks and get that much-needed yardage there, and just couldn't hem him up.
First and 10 Stars from their own 34. Time to run one more play here in the first quarter. Ferguson will go under center.
Notice he tries to jump us off sides a lot of times there.
And he'll turn, hand off to Castile, work straight ahead, and taken down at the 37. Wesley Lester in there on the tackle along with Jack Dodd. That will bring the first quarter to a close. Indianola Academy on top of Winona Christian, 20-7 here at homecoming. We're back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. That's Gresham Petroleum Company, Indianola. Call 887-2160. That's Gresham Petroleum Company.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
Welcome back. Second quarter about to get underway here from Legion Field. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you. 2nd and 6 for the Stars from their own 38. They now move left to right. Turn handoff to Blake Green. Tries to bounce it outside. And going to be brought down by Mitchell Pitts. Just across the 40 at the 41. 3-yard pickup, third down coming up to the Stars.
I can say this Winona team, I was about to say something here. This Winona team has not turned the ball over tonight. And just as I was about to say that, that's where Indianola Academy has been able to capitalize a lot in the weeks past, in games past. And I thought I saw the running back there that time having a little trouble holding on to the ball, and I thought he had regained possession of it, and got it back under control. And obviously I was wrong. He did not there. Fumbled the ball, and Indianola Academy able to capitalize on defense, give us the short field position on offense.
So how about that? Colonels get the fumble and now have it 1st and 10 from the Star 41, leading Winona Christian 20-7, 11:45 to play before the half. Clint Jones in at receiver. Davis looking to pass, throws left side, incomplete. It was tipped by Bolden, tried to haul it in, couldn't do so. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. So the Colonels will see if they can take advantage after the Star fumble. They try to add to this lead. 2nd and 10 from the Star 41. Ball will be on the far hash. Colonels moving right to left here in the second quarter. Well, Coach Nestor going with a nice mix of personnel here tonight. We've seen Josh Hill in at receiver a couple of times. He's back in there on 2nd and 10. Trips to the near side with Hill, Bolden, and Kimball. And Davis looking over the middle, incomplete, nearly intercepted, threw it over the head of Randy Kimball. Blake Green was back there in coverage, nearly had the pick. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Colonels.
Well, this is definitely a lot of we're probably the most passes attempts that we've tried in a half this year in Indianola Academy, trying to throw the ball all over the place, and that's good. Will Davis is getting comfortable. The only bad thing about it is Indianola Academy has had a lot of pass breakups or incompletions here, and that's the toughest part of the stats.
3rd and 10, Colonels looking to pick up the first down. Davis back to pass, has time, now going to step up and run. Davis makes a cut at the 40, tries to bounce outside, still dancing near the 40-yard line and going to be brought down there. Gain of only 1 for Davis. 4th and 9 coming up for the Colonels.
Well, Indianola Academy had the short field position, just not able to capitalize on it there, and that's going to really hurt them here as far as that momentum swing. You really wanted it going back into the start of the second quarter and just have not been able to capitalize on that.
This will be the second punt of the night for Indianola Academy. Will Lang will go back and punt from his own 46. Stars will send back Paul Green. Low snap back to Lang, picks it up. It's a nice high spiral kick. Green going to wave everybody off. It hits at the 15, takes a Colonel roll to the 14, and that's where it's down. Winona Christian will take over 1st and 10 at their own 14. 10:42 to go in the second quarter. Colonels on top of the Stars, 20-7.
And, you know, that's the beauty of sharing Sunflower County with Mississippi Delta Community College and being able to kind of capitalize on some of the things that they have, the neat toys and stuff that they carry over there. They've got one of those T-shirt cannons. And so anyway, I believe that's a Davis that has the gun there, and she's shooting it up in there in the stands there. Pretty cool addition for the homecoming festivities this week.
1st and 10 Stars. They put it at the 15 of Winona Christian. Ferguson under center. Play action, rolls to his left, looking to pass, fires downfield, and goes over the head of intended receiver Landon Harbin. Shade Smith had the coverage. Incomplete pass will bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, I believe that would be a good nominee for a Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage of the game right there. Shade Smith, of course, getting that nomination week after week, just does a great job in the defensive secondary for Indianola Academy Colonels. Glad he was stepping up there. Made a nice pop with authority. Hey, if your quarterback's going to sell it high on you, you definitely want to pop that receiver. So whenever he goes back to the huddle, he's telling his quarterback, hey, man, hit me in the arm, hit me in the hands here. Give me a chance to make that catch. Don't get me out there and vulnerable so that I can take hard licks.
2nd and 10 Stars from their own 15. 10:35 to go in the first half. Colonels on top 20-7. Handoff out of the backfield to Pearson. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go. As Wesley Lester among the first Colonels to get to him. Will Lester's having a nice first half. Stuart Nichols in there as well. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, defense just doing a good job smothering, getting to the ball there and making plays happen. Lester making some nice reads coming out of that defensive end position there. That time I like him in that three-point stance. He looks pretty aggressive there. It looks like got the eye of the tiger on him.
3rd and 10 Stars from their own 15. Ferguson will roll out to his left. Colonel's giving chase. Lost it downfield. Incomplete. Was trying to hit Harbin. Boy, and Ferguson took a lick as he let it go. Ben Van Cleve got back there just as the ball came out of the hand. A pretty good lick on Ferguson.
And the receiver over there for Winona Academy definitely took a hard lick there as he was going up. That was Shade Smith, number 7, in coverage once again there, just making a nice coverage. And he shoved him out of bounds to make sure that it was going to be tough to make that catch, or if he did make the catch, that he was going to be tough to keep it in bounds before he stepped out there. And just another good coverage there by Smith.
Pearson back to punt, stands at his own 1. William Barrier to return for the Colonels. Stands at the Star 43. He'll haul it in there. runs it straight ahead, makes a cut at the 35, gets by a man there to the 30, 25, 20. Barrier with a chance to the 15, to the 10, and brought down just shy of the 5. There is a flag down back at the 25-yard line. Well, we saw that a little bit last week when Barrier gets going. He's got a nice little stutter step.
Yeah, he does.
Trying to throw the opponent off. They're going to bring this one back, I'm afraid.
Yeah, Bailey Bills caught a guy at the last second. It's a tough block to make. You know, you're setting that wall up there, and Bills caught somebody just in the backside there. Tough break, missed opportunity by the Indianola Academy return team there. You're exactly right. Barry doesn't want to return those punts too often, but when he does, he can make some things occur there in Indianola Academy. Definitely, once again, giving some excitement here on the field. I'm sitting here playing with this pin. I'd about tore it up, Watson.
They're going to bring the Colonels back to the star 40 to start this possession.
I got to pull with my pen. I know. I got to give a shout-out up here. We got maybe a future statistician in training, Jack Jenkins, up here in the booth tonight, joining us up here. Glad he's up here.
1st and 10, Colonels from the star 40. Davis will work out of the gun, bring Timms in motion to the near side. Davis going to fake the handoff and keep it straight ahead. Got running room to the 30, 25, and taken down at the 23, a 17-yard rumble up the middle for the quarterback, Will Davis, the Greenville Motorsports first down.
Just another good run there by Davis, reading his blocks there, as Indianola Academy offense really does a very good job of that, taking advantage of those blockers there, being able to read them, utilize which way to go there. And once again, Winona's a safety there, number 5, Paul Green, going low there and making some low tackles. These guys tackle low.
1st and 10 from the 23, and Winona Christian wants the timeout. We'll take one as well. 9:13 to go in the second quarter. Colonels on top, 20-7. We're back in a minute with Colonel Football and Super Talk for the Delta.
This is Selden Van Cleve of Van Cleve Insurance. You may have noticed in the past that all successful athletic teams have a game plan they follow. We at Van Cleve Insurance feel that your insurance is no different. We are a trusted choice independent agent and offer all lines of insurance, which enables you to have all of your coverage in one place. Let us take a look at your insurance and work up a successful game plan for you. That's Van Cleve Insurance, located on Highway 49, Indianola since 1932.
Better medicine begins with big hearts, and the caring nurses and physicians at South Sunflower County Hospital of Indianola are ready to care for your every need. We surround these professionals with the latest technology, and our compassionate, personalized care gives you that at-home feeling you need when you're not feeling well. South Sunflower County Hospital also offers full therapy services, a swing bed unit, and outpatient services that offer hours that are convenient to you. There's no longer any need to leave home for personalized medical care. South Sunflower County Hospital, your hometown hospital.
Welcome back. 1st and 10, Colonels from the star 23. 9:13 to go, second quarter. IA on top of Winona Christian, 20-7. Quarterback Davis will go under center, I formation in the backfield. Will turn, handoff to Mitchell Pitts, and he's brought down for a loss of 1 back to the 24. We'll bring up 2nd and 11. Sebastian Harris, who went down with an injury earlier, is still on the bench, getting attention from the medical staff here.
I don't know if you see that 1 foot down on the ground on the track there, but it is steadily popping up now. Boom, 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 boom. You can tell that adrenaline's still in that young man there, and he's ready to get back out on that field there. But definitely we want safety first. These guys got to make sure that they can go for the long haul.
Davis will work out of the gun on 2nd and 11 from the star 24. That's Timms in the backfield. He'll be the lead blocker. Davis going to keep it for himself and going to be taken out of bounds by Latham Hill, just shy of the 20-yard line.
Indianola Academy shooting themselves in the foot right now, just not able to move this ball here and capitalize on some of these plays, not able to hold on to their blockers. Winona Christian's really stretching out the field there, using that 12th man, that sideline, as an extra tackler there, and just running Davis out of bounds there, just ran out of running room.
They give him 2 to the 22, 3rd and 9 coming up for the Colonels. Ball's on the near hash. Davis looking to pass, stands in the pocket, takes a hit, throws incomplete. Was looking for TK Bolden along the right side. Ball's incomplete. 4th and 9 coming up.
Well, sometimes you go for the home run ball there, and I'm sure that's what Coach Nestor wants to do in that situation. Bolden running a deep out there, had about a 10-yard out run, and he was open. Davis just overshot him there, but I looked up in the middle there. You had 5, Ben Van Cleve, running a 5-yard out. He was wide open in the middle. Then you had your safety valve, Sherman Timms, released right in the center. They had a wide open center screen set up there. There was nobody around him for days.
39-yard field goal attempt coming up from Will Lang. His career long is 45. Hit that last year. This one from the left hash. Snap is back, kick is up, has plenty of distance, and it is good. Will Lang with a 39-yard field goal puts the Colonels on top 23-7 with 8:19 to go in the first half.
How about that? Yeah, really a very good kick. That brings that air back into that momentum back on this sideline here, the home sidelines. Crowd got up behind that there. Anytime, in high school, a kicker makes a kick like that, it's always exciting there, You're expected in college, you expected in the pros, but to do it in high school as well, especially in academy ranks. You really don't see that all too often, and Will Lang did a great job there kicking it back up into the uprights, and his line gave him plenty of time there to block. Lang got the ball plenty of high, just a very nice kick.
The lead now 23-7 with 8:19 to go in the second quarter. Lang set to kick it away. The Stars will send Paul Green back deep to return. We like to see that teammates coming over to check on Sebastian Harris.
Well, when you don't see him out there in the huddle with you after several series, you kind of grow a little concerned about him.
Lang to kick it away, end-over-end kick, going to take Green back to the 1. They're going to let him bring it out. I thought maybe might have carried him into the end zone. He's going to return it out to the 19.
Big 2-8. Wesley Lester doing a good job there, making a tackle, running down his lanes there, and just collapsing, breaking down there, and not letting busting that wedge up and not letting them block him, and did a great job of breaking down and making a tackle. Wrestled him down to the ground there at the last second.
They put it at the 20, so 1st and 10 Stars from their own 20 as they trail Indianola Academy 23-7.
One thing that does concern me, Watson, that, Sebastian Harris is tough, as wet leather, as they say, and he just has the heart of a lion, a champion, and I guarantee you it's hard to keep him on these sidelines here and contain.
Star quarterback Ferguson will take the snap out of the gun, tries to run it straight ahead. Wesley Lester is there again to bring him down, this time in the backfield. Had some help. Who was that in there with him? I believe it was Pitts.
Yeah, Pitts came from the outside position, and Lester just chased him down from the inside. Actually was beaten out of his block there. He chose to go inside his offensive tackle blocking there, chose that seat gap, I think that would be, and at the same time, he was able to regroup there and take a nice angle and make some nice tackles there in the open field.
Loss of 2 to the 18, 2nd and 12 for the Stars. Ball is on the far hash. Ferguson from the gun, looking to pass. A step up in the pocket. Now going to tuck it and run. Dodd giving chase. Boy, decides to throw it away at the last minute. Jack Dodd and Wesley Lester were back there, and now a flag comes down.
It's going to be intentional grounding there, Watson. There really wasn't anybody in the general vicinity. He just got rid of it because he didn't want to get hammered with the ball. But he was outside the hashes, and outside the tackles, as they say. So I don't know. That's a gray area. Tough call to make. I believe that's what it was.
Yes, that is the call of roughing the passer. That'll be a loss of downs.
Not roughing the passer.
Intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding.
Yeah, thank you.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, I've had us going the other direction.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. That's a loss of downs, and what is it? Is it
half a distance? They'll put it at 9.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know how that worked in this situation where they're too far back there.
And now the Stars want a timeout. We'll take one as well. 7:24 to play in the second quarter. IA on top of the Stars, 23-7. We're back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
Uh-oh, Olivia. I scratched the hardwood floor with my truck. Oh, no, Cooper. What are we going to do? Call my pals at Robertson Floor Service.
That's right, Cooper and Olivia. Your PAP at Robertson Floor Service has been serving the Delta's flooring needs since 1992. Call us for an appointment today at 662-887-4477. Tell them, Olivia.
Come to Pep Store. We can. We do. Your hardwood floor. And get a free coat.
Welcome back. 3rd and 21 coming up for Winona Christian after the intentional grounding penalty. Quarterback Ferguson will go under center as Castile in the backfield. He'll send a man in motion, roll out to his right, looking to pass. And the Colonel's giving chase. He lost it downfield, and it is tipped and caught and grabbed by Walker Pearson. William Barrier went up for the interception and went through his hands, and Pearson with the over-the-head catch. And the name is slipping my mind, but very reminiscent of the New York Giants reception back in the Super Bowl against New England Patriots. Is it Tyree? That's Tyree, maybe?
That's right.
Wow, what a grab. 1st and 10 Stars.
I'm going to say this, too. Shaw Ferguson got smoked as he was unleashing that ball there. I believe that was either Jack Dodd or Mitchell Pitts came in from a backside safety blitz. Wesley Lester was on chase as well. The reverse back actually blocked Wesley to not allow him to get there first, but he got smoked and just hummed that ball way out there. Nice catch.
Winona Christian trying to keep this thing interesting. They got 1st and 10 from their own 39, handed off to Castile straight ahead. He's going to work to the 43 for a 4-yard pickup. Or he's taken down by Will Lang and Stephon Smith.
And that's what's so frustrating from a coaching standpoint there. You stop them, 2 out of 3 plays, and then that third and very long, seems like an eternity situation. And it's not really a busted play there. You put the pressure on them. They just threw up a Hail Mary there, and I mean, we had good coverage on it. Had 3 guys around him. Barry was primed to make that pick there and just could not get up high enough there. And number 7 for them, Walker Pearson made an excellent catch.
2nd and 6 after the 4-yard pickup from their own 43. Ball is on the near hash. Ferguson continues to let the play clock run down as much as possible. He'll roll out to his left, looking to pass on 2nd down, going deep down the left side. Got a man. Harbin overshot him by about 1.5 yards. Harbin had a step on Shade Smith. Ferguson couldn't get it to him. 3rd and 6 coming up.
And I'm going to say this. I didn't think Harbin was anywhere in the playing vicinity able to catch that ball there. And, I mean, at the last second, boom, he shot out of that route like a cannon.
Covered a lot of ground.
He really did. Covered a lot of ground real quick there and hauled tail and almost caught that thing.
We've got a timeout on the field. 5:53 to play in the second quarter. Let's keep it here. Colonel's on top 23-7. Boy, I can't say enough about Winona Christian coming in here. We knew they were a scrappy team. They have been for years, but they were not intimidated one bit coming to the number 1 AAA team in the state. They go down quickly, 13-0. They continue to make this a ball game, though, here for the Colonels.
They really do. And, Watson, you do have to say it's not very much success that they're having, but when they do have the success, they capitalize on it, and they continue to build off that momentum there and just stay focused here and not really getting down. I mean, on the scoreboard, they're only down, 16 points there. So it's, it's a close game. That's 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion there away from it. So anyway, or 2 2-point conversions, right, I guess you would say, from a tie ball game, and that's easily able to catch and reach that.
3rd and 6 coming out of the timeout. Ball is at the Winona Christian 43. Ferguson will go under center on the near hash. Send a man in motion to the far side, and the Colonels, I believe, jumped off sides. They're going to swing it left side complete to Blake Green. He's got a 1st down and more in Colonel territory to the 38 before he's taken down. Ben Van Cleve and Shade Smith combining on the tackle. There was no flag thrown. I certainly thought Bailey Bills jumped offside.
I did too, but he was almost in that neutral zone. And Watson, I don't know if you saw that, and maybe my eyes are fooling me, but the intended receiver for Winona looked like he dropped the ball, and it bounced on the ground and bounced right back up in his hands, but it was one of those rear ladder, threw it backwards, and so he had to pick up the ball. And then when he picked up that ball, he ran it forward for forward progress there, and Indianola Academy's defense was just kind of looking around, kind of dazed and confused, and Winona took advantage of it.
First and 10, Stars from the Colonel 38. Ball is on the far hash. 5:28 to go, second quarter. Colonel's on top 23-7. Stars looking to pull a little closer here late in the first half. Ferguson under center. He'll send Green in motion to the far side. Turn around, hand off to his big fullback, Castile, and he falls forward for a yard, maybe two. They'll mark it at the 37.
You got to love it out here. This number 5 receiver, Paul Green, there out here at his receiver position, just giving Gray Odom fits, running a streak out here. And, I mean, everybody, that play was over with, and he's out here messing around with him. And then, Gray covers him and turns around, and he just kind of gets out of his stride and goes back toward the huddle there. And another injury bug here, number 53, that is Stuart Nichols coming out of the game. Boy, that's a big defensive anchor, the senior for the Indianola Academy Colonels, limping off the field.
2nd and 8, they put it at the 36. 2nd and 8 for the Stars, ball on the far hash. Ferguson under center, rolls out to his right. Stephon Smith giving chase and knocks him down at the last second. Pass falls incomplete. A flag is down. Was trying to hit Paul Green. And we may have interference here.
Ooh, I tell you, Stephon Smith's been quiet a lot of nights here, but on that play there, right there, did a great job of getting in Shaw Ferguson, the quarterback's face there, and making it very tough for him to make a completed pass there. And thought he gave a good blitz and pressure there, and I thought he had himself a sack, but he just could not finish the play.
Pass interference called against the Colonels. To move the Stars inside the 25, they'll put it, at the 22-yard line, perhaps?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, at the 22.
Where those receivers have that halo area there where those defensive backs can come up, bump them after they get out of that. They can't hit them, and Indianola Academy just having some incidental contact there and just enough for a penalty.
1st and 10, handoff to Castile, straight ahead. Boy, I thought he was going to spin away at the 15. Jack Dodd was able to trip him up. Gain of 7 will bring up 2nd and 3. Boy, Colonel's perhaps a little caught off guard here on homecoming because Winona Christian with a chance to make this a one-score game going into the half.
Yeah, you're exactly right there. 53, Stuart Nichols back in the game in action there. Indianola does look a little dazed and confused right now, not really knowing what to do. They've got to get aggressive again and get to the ball and do some gang tackling once again.
2nd and 3 from the 15. Ferguson under center, lets the play clock go down to 3 before he takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Blake Green around the left side and cut down at the 12. Ball comes loose. Who's on it? Like the Stars have recovered.
I was about to say I didn't see any defensive celebrating there. Definitely would love to see that. And Indianola Academy just not able to capitalize there that time. Winona Academy had about 2 or 3 guys around in the vicinity were able to fall into the ball and retain possession there.
3rd and about a foot coming up for the Stars. Ball just shy of the Colonel 12-yard line. 3 minutes to go in the first half. And the Colonels holding on to a 23-7 lead. Ferguson will go under center. 3rd and short. He's going to sneak it. He's got it, and the Stars will move the chains. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the 11, it appears.
And that's where your 3-4 defense does hurt you in those situations like that. You don't have enough big bodies up there to clog that thing up there, and you would think that the Colonels would shift out of that formation and get a lot of more people there on the line of scrimmage to try to clog that up, the hog formation, as you would call it, and just not able to capitalize there and stuff up that inside there. Why not able to move those chains?
1st and 10 from the 11. 2:34 to go, first half, clock running. Ferguson watching the play clock. It's down to 5. Now he'll go under center, bring a man in motion. They'll hand it off to Green, and he's tripped up in the backfield, nowhere to go. Wesley Lester once again coming up to make the tackle.
You're exactly right there. Also, big 33, Sherman Timms coming in there to collapse things. And what they're doing now is applying that pressure once again. They've got those ears pinned back there, getting into that backfield there, not going to allow Winona to get some more offense, get this drive, this series, continue it out here. Really need to get a stall here, a stop.
2nd and 11 from the 12.
Would love a turnover.
Yes, indeed. Under 2 minutes to go now in the first half. Ferguson will go under center with 3 seconds on the play clock. Rolls to his right, looking to pass. Got time, fires toward the end zone, batted away at the last minute. Gray Odom with great coverage. And quickly, my partner going to the pin to write that one down for a Van Cleve Insurance Proper Coverage Play of the Game nominee. They were trying to hit Paul Green in the end zone, and Gray Odom covered that about as well as you can.
You're exactly right there, and you knew exactly what I was doing. Heck, we got so many awards to give out, I can't keep up with them all. I got to write them down, Watson. My wife, I told her for my birthday, that's what I wanted, was a little notebook to carry around in my pocket so I can remember everything.
I've got a timeout. Stars want to talk things over on 3rd and 11, 1:35 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a break and be back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Proud supporters of Colonel Football, the Tackett family, owners of Heartland Catfish Company, farm 7,200 surface water acres of catfish and 15,000 acres of grain land. That makes us the largest single grower of farm-raised catfish in the U.S. Heartland is committed to supplying our customers with the highest quality farm-raised catfish products. Be sure and eat catfish raised in the Mississippi Delta by looking for the Heartland seal, smooth, clean fillet cuts that meet the highest standards, just like Indianola Academy and Colonel Football. Heartland Catfish, a proud sponsor of Colonel Football.
Steve's Cleaners, your one-stop dry cleaners. We offer a variety of services from cleaning comforters to prom and wedding dresses. We are proud to have served Indianola for more than 43 years and have now added a location in Cleveland to better serve the Delta. Our friendly and professional staff are ready to serve your needs. We at Steve's Cleaners always cheer for the blue and white of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Go Big Blue! Steve's Cleaners with locations in Indianola and Cleveland.
3rd and 11 coming up for the Winona Christian Stars from the Colonel's 12. Winona Christian looking to cut into the Colonel's 16-point lead, 23-7 with 1:35 to go in the first half. Ferguson with play action, looking to pass, steps up in the pocket, throws, and it is tipped and intercepted. Van Cleve comes away with it at the goal line, and he's got a return set up along the Colonel sideline to the 25-30, picks up a huge block, and gets into Star territory before he's caught from behind. They'll mark him at the 45. You called it a minute ago. Colonels needed a turnover in the worst of ways, and they get the tip there on the pass to the end zone. Van Cleve comes away with it, and the Colonels have first and goal from the Star 45.
I couldn't tell, was that number 11 Barrier maybe tipped that ball there?
It was.
And Ben Van Cleve just being Johnny on the spot there in the right place at the right time, able to get that ball there. And I tell you, Winona had 2 or 3 receivers over in the area. They just could not convert. And Indianola Academy got us a lot of good breathing room now. And, folks, we forgot to announce it earlier. Catherine Jenkins won the Sookies gift card there tonight after texting Bobby Williamson after the Colonel first touchdown.
Well, how about another touchdown here? It'd be nice to go into the locker room with a little momentum as Davis fires complete to TK Bolden. Should be good enough for a Greenville Motorsports first down. They'll mark it at the 35. 1:05 to play in the first half.
I believe they're going to say 2nd and 2 or 2nd and 1.
It is going to be 2nd and short. Give him 9 on the reception.
Ooh, momentum swing there, Watson. I tell you, that was refreshing for sure. I was starting getting a little concerned.
Davis out of the gun on 2nd and short, looking to pass, throws left side, complete to Bolden, makes one man miss to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and pushed out of bounds by Paul Green. Came in to make a touchdown-saving tackle at the 5-yard line, 31-yard pickup, and Bolden is slow to get up.
We got to teach him that little William Barry razzle-dazzle sidestep there. He was definitely he had the guns going there, just trying to get down there, the engine revved up and rolling, but we couldn't get him to slow down just a second and take that step there so that he could elude one of those Winona Academy would-be tacklers, and they just shoved him out of bounds with authority there, and he fell over into almost it looks like the gutter system of the field there, and I hope he didn't twist an ankle. I hope he's just got a nice or a stinger or something in his
Looked like he had Randy Kimball working on him, like it may have been a cramp. Hopefully that's the case.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. That's exactly what I'm hoping. Well, that young man is up and walking on his own 2 legs there and his own ability, so that's something that you definitely like to see. And Colonels are back in the huddle and getting ready to do another offensive play here. Got 41 seconds to go before the half, and the clock will be running once these chains get set for the first down.
Even 32-4. First and goal, Colonels. Greenville Motorsports first down. Handoff is to Sherman Timms. Makes the cut. He's in the end zone, but a flag is down. This one may be coming back.
Yeah, it must be a false start on the offense. I didn't see it.
Davis is saying it's against the Stars. It is offsides. How does that touchdown not count?
Really. Maybe Bridges is listening in here. I guess it was a dead ball.
Must have made contact with an offensive lineman, so they'll mark it half the distance to the 2-yard line. 40 seconds to go in the first half. Colonel's looking to add to the lead here. Sherman Timms takes the handoff, hit at the line of scrimmage, makes a spin move. Does he fall in there? Still waiting on a signal. Officials asking to see the ball. They'll mark him just short. Give him 1 on the carry.
Man, he was hit. It looked like 2 yards deep in the backfield there. Very scary.
Davis will turn, give it to Timms. This time untouched. Into the end zone goes Sherman Timms for his 3rd touchdown of the night, 2nd on the ground. Puts the Colonels up 29-7 with 15 seconds to go in the second quarter. That touchdown brought to you by our friends at Suki's Restaurant and Catering.
Well, I got to say, Winona had it stuffed up the middle there. Could not make anywhere go there. Timms just bounced it out to the 4-hole there and easily got into the end zone for a nice run there by the senior.
Will Lang on for the extra point. Boy, if you're Winona Christian, what do you do going into the locker room? You had a chance to make it a 1-score game going into the half. Throw the pick. The Colonels answer with a touchdown. Now you're down by 22 as the extra point is no good. Score will remain 29-7.
Well, you're exactly right, Watson. The change of momentum and the field of change, I mean, it can go that quick there, Watson. And, Winona was knocking on the door there, just could not get it open and step through it there. They had the darn thing open. They just couldn't step into it, and Indianola Academy's defense just having a bend but not break mentality there, staying focused there. The big senior Van Cleve coming up with the interception. I almost was cursing at him because he ran that thing out of that end zone instead of down it there. But whenever he got a 54-yard return, I was like, thank you, touchdown Jesus.
Lang set to kick it away, 15 seconds to go in the first half. 4 plays, 45 yards on the scoring drive for the Colonels. Sherman Timms takes it in from 1 yard out. And the Stars will send Paul Green back deep to return. Again, we will have the presentation of the homecoming court for you live here at the half. Make sure you stay tuned for that. We'll have first half stats for you as well, along with the double quick trivia questions. So a lot coming up at the half here from Legion Field. Lang's kick will hit at the 2 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Stars will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And it's almost kind of confusing. You're sitting up here as a spectator, and you're going, how can Lang hit a 39-yard field goal, but we can't make it from 3 yards out? And I guess that's just the way the ball bounces a lot of times there. It's definitely interesting, and this is why it's high school sports and athletics. I'm sure Mr. Lang would like that thing going in that upright just as bad as we want him to. That's what somebody told me. A friend of mine that's a pilot told me one time. He said, Brady, I guarantee you I want to land that plane just as bad as you want me to, And that kind of helped me overcome my flying scaredness and, and fear of heights I still have. But at the same time, that's the way you got to kind of think there on that.
So do we need a seatbelt for you up here in the press box?
I'm holding on, man. This construction looked good up here, and I know everybody was witnessing it here. A lot of people sending me pictures throughout saying, look at this, it's going up, it's getting there, the dream's coming reality, and it's a very nice facility that the Colonel fans have bought this for us, and then definitely very nice here, and we definitely appreciate it. It is super nice.
Winona Christian takes a knee to send us to the half. IA on top of the Stars, 29-7. We'll take a break, come back, give you some first half numbers as they get set up for the homecoming presentation. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Local decisions made by local people. That's what you will get at Community Bank. You've been thinking about switching banks? Now is the time. Community Bank will handle all of your bank switching paperwork for you. We'll assign you your own personal secretary who will handle your former bank account, get you your new checks, fill out your direct deposit forms, and anything else you need. Just remember, we do the switch. You just enjoy Community Bank, a bank like no other. Community Bank, a proud Colonel Booster.
We all know that Indianola Electric works on electric motors, but did you know Indianola Electric works on irrigation well motors? Call Chris today to talk about any type of electrical work on your irrigation system. When you need work on your in-gun pivot motor, electrical motors, and generators, there's one place to call, Indianola Electric at 887-3292. Our fully trained professionals are ready to serve you, so call today. With over 34 years serving this area, we want you to be our next satisfied customer. Call Indianola Electric today, 887-3292, Highway 49 North in Indianola.
Welcome back. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you at the half. The IA Colonels on top of the Winona Christian Stars, 29-7. And boy, the Stars had a golden opportunity to make it a one-score game just before the half. Instead, Ben Van Cleve comes up with a huge interception at the goal line and returns it to the Star 45. 4 plays later, Sherman Timms takes it into the end zone. Colonels able to extend the lead, get a little breathing room going into the locker room. Let's look at some first-half numbers for you quickly. Offensively, 243 yards for the Colonels, 105 on the ground, 138 through the air. Quarterback Will Davis, 8 of 15 for 138 yards and a touchdown that went to Sherman Timms. In the receiving department, T.K. Bolden with 3 receptions for 73 yards. Sebastian Harris, 1 catch for 41 yards. Josh Hill, 1 catch, 1 yard. Randy Kimball, 1 catch for 7 yards. Sherman Timms, 1 catch, 10 yards and a touchdown. And Ben Van Cleve, 1 reception for 6 yards. In the rushing department, Will Davis with 5 carries for 19 yards. Sebastian Harris, 3 carries, 53 yards and a touchdown. Mitchell Pitts, 2 carries for 2 yards. Sherman Timms, 5 carries, 29 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the defensive side, 6 total tackles for Wesley Lester in the first half, where the sophomore continues to get better and better each week, really making his presence known, and I feel like eventually going to find himself a starting role here for Indianola Academy as he just continues to get the job done. 4 total tackles for Jack Dodd, also 4 total tackles for Stuart Nichols. Let's see. Also Nichols with a half a sack, Sherman Timms half a sack, 1 interception for Ben Van Cleve to go along with 3 total tackles. Let's see what else we've got. Also 3 total tackles for Gray Odom. So that's a look at some first-half numbers. Again, we're going to have the homecoming presentation coming up here in just a little bit. That will be followed by the double quick trivia questions, so make sure you stay tuned. Got a lot coming up for you here at the half. So with that, we will step aside, take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with the presentation of the 2016 homecoming court. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
David Smith Construction of Inverness is a proud Indianola Academy sponsor. At David Smith Construction, our reputation is building every day. And Coach Tommy Nestor and the Colonels have built a winning tradition that we are proud of. Whether it be commercial or residential, let us take care of your building needs. We've been building for satisfied customers since 1982, and we would love to add you to that list. David Smith Construction is located on Highway 49 in Inverness. Call David Smith today at 265-6060.
You'll find big savings every day at your friendly, family, home-owned Sunflower Food Store, Indianola. We'd like to invite you to come and discover our newly remodeled store. From our produce department to the meat department, our deli, our bakery, and our employees, you'll find that Sunflower Food Store is eager to help you with all of your grocery needs. When it's time for groceries, it's time for a trip to Sunflower Food Store, Highway 82, Indianola. Always working to improve your shopping experience. Come shop with us today. For more than 70 years, Guarantee Bank and Trust Company has embraced the time-tested principles of independent banking. We work to develop relationships with our customers, a relationship that provides the peace of mind knowing that your bank is with you every step of the way. Come discover it for yourself at Guarantee Bank in Batesville, Belzona, Cleveland, Greenville, Hernando, Hollandale, Indianola, Senatobia, South Haven, Vicksburg, and now open in Grenada. Personal service, professional solutions. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The best-kept secret in the Delta is Impact Wholesale Warehouse on Highway 82, Indianola, right next to Love's Travel Center. Having a party? Get all of your party supplies at Impact. Save money on your janitorial supplies by shopping our huge warehouse. And listen to this, ribs, chicken, catfish, and seafood are our specialties. Also canned goods, candy, and lots more. We serve many area schools and restaurants and would love to serve you. That's Impact Wholesale Warehouse next to Love's Travel Center. Call 887-7288.
Brady Smith here is watching Cook step to the sidelines there. His son being one of the ushers tonight for the homecoming festivities here, so definitely he wanted to go down there and experience that firsthand as a father, and I know that's a special time for him and the Colonels here in Colonel Nation here. Definitely could see the excitement whenever his son walked out onto the field there for the first time out in his little uniform, his tuxedo there, so did a good job. So Kurt and I are anchoring the booth up here while Watson's gone away here for halftime. Wonderful crowd we have on hand tonight here. Everybody wearing their Colonel blues and just looking good, and everybody looking forward to a good game so far. Everybody's seen a good half here, and Indianola Academy football is here to play in tonight. Indianola Academy, I think this is called the Distinguished Colonel Award here, and Homer Burns going to be accepting that honor tonight. Julia Hill out on the field, giving that to him. Homer Burns was a longtime headmaster here at Indianola Academy while I was gone. While I was at school here, Homer was our headmaster there, and also Frederick Berry out there on the field as well. And they have some award to give out. I'm not sure. I couldn't hear what it was there. We got a lot of stuff going on there as well, so... two Distinguished Service Awards. One's going to Jimmy Clayton as well there. So a lot going on here tonight at Indianola Academy at halftime here, and kind of stretched out here. Didn't think it was going to be this long here. So we're going to go out for another 1-minute break here, and we'll be back just a minute to get the halftime announcement here. You'll be back in a minute on Super Talk for the Delta.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you. Whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof, we're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
Van Cleve Insurance is the trusted choice independent agency that has been serving Indianola and Sunflower County for over 80 years. To stay around that long, we've had to care about a lot of people. If you're not already insured with us, we'd like for you to be a part of our winning team. Stop by or call so we can review your current home, auto, or commercial insurance plan. Chances are we can save you money, give you broader coverage, or better service. That's Van Cleve Insurance, located Highway 49 in Indianola since 1932.
Scott Jackson. Sophomore made Presley Scott Jackson, Mr. Scott Jackson. The next sophomore made is Sarah Thomas Smith. Sarah Thomas is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Brian Smith of Indianola. She attends the First Baptist Church in Indianola. Sarah Thomas is escorted by her father, Mr. Brian Smith. Sophomore maid, Sarah Thomas Smith, Mr. Brian Smith. The last sophomore maid is Anna Berry Stevens. Anna Berry is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Chris Stevens of Inverness. She attends the First Baptist Church in Inverness. Anna Berry is escorted by her father, Mr. Chris Stevens. Sophomore maid, Anna Berry Stevens, Mr. Chris Stevens. Our first junior maid is Elizabeth Reagan Coleman. Reagan is the daughter of Miss Elizabeth Jeffcoat of Yazoo City and Mr. Jeff Coleman of Yazoo City. She She attends the First United Methodist Church in Indianola. Reagan is escorted by her father, Mr. Jeff Coleman. Junior maid, Reagan Coleman, Mr. Jeff Coleman. The next junior maid is Sydney Danielle Holmes. Sydney is the daughter of Miss Lisa McLean Holmes of Inverness and Mr. Wesley Holmes of Indianola. She attends the Eastwood Baptist Church in Indianola. Sydney is escorted by her father, Mr. Wesley Holmes. Junior maid, Sydney Holmes, Mr. Wesley Holmes. The last junior maid is Chastinaw Lundy Stevens. Cassie is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Brad Stevens of Indianola. She attends the First Baptist Church in Indianola. Cassie is escorted by her father, Mr. Brad Stevens. Junior maid, Cassie Stevens, Mr. Brad Stevens. Our first senior maid is Emery Grace Applegate. Emery is the daughter of Miss Felicia Applegate of Indianola and Mr. Rusty Applegate of Cleveland. She attends the First Baptist Church in Indianola. She plans to attend Mississippi State University next fall and major in biochemistry. Emery is escorted by her father, Mr. Rusty Applegate. Senior maid, Emery Grace Applegate, Mr. Rusty Applegate. The next senior maid is Corsie Lynn Pitt. Corsie is the daughter of Miss Mary Jordan Coward of Indianola and Mr. Walter Pitt of Indianola. She attends the First United Methodist Church in Indianola. She plans to attend the University of Mississippi next fall and is undecided in her major. Corsie is escorted by her father, Mr. Walter Pitt. Senior maid, Corsie Pitt, Mr. Walter Pitt. The next senior maid is Hannah Morgan Strickland. Hannah Morgan is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Steve Strickland of Inverness. She attends the First Baptist Church in Inverness. She plans to attend the University of Mississippi next fall and major in biology. Hannah Morgan is escorted by her father, Mr. Steve Strickland. Senior maid, Hannah Morgan Strickland, and Mr. Steve Strickland. The last senior maid is Victoria Lee Ware. Victoria is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Bill Ware of Indianola. She attends the First Baptist Church in Indianola. She plans to attend Mississippi State next fall and is undecided in her major. Victoria is escorted by her father, Mr. Bill Ware. Senior maid, Tori Ware, Mr. Bill Ware. The Queen's first grade attendants are Master Easton Cook, son of Mr. and Mrs. Watson Cook of Inverness, and Master Patrick Davis, son of Mr. and Mrs. Patrick Davis of Indianola. Easton Cook, Patrick Davis. The 2015 Homecoming Queen, Anna Street Toller, is escorted by Mr. Sammy Henderson, Indianola Academy headmaster. Anna Street is the daughter of Miss Robin Toller and Mr. Kent Toller. Anna Street is currently a member of the freshman class at Mississippi Delta Community College. Queen Anna Street Toller, Mr. Sammy Henderson. Traditionally, the Queen's first grade attendants are children or grandchildren of Indianola Academy faculty. Easton will present the Queen a charm from the Student Council, and Patrick will present the new Queen roses from Miss Jackie Bertizzi of Teezy's Flower Shop. The crown presented to the 2016 Queen was given by Mr. Gene Ward of Delta Diamond. It is hers to keep. Indianola Academy Student Council wishes to thank Mr. Ward for this generous contribution to the 2016 Indianola Academy Homecoming. Now it gives me great pleasure to announce the 2016 Indianola Academy Homecoming Queen is Hannah Morgan Strickland.
Well, folks, out there in Colonel Nation, Hannah Morgan Strickland was named Indianola Academy's 2016 Homecoming Queen, and we get to watch the fireworks take place here now at Legion Field here. Definitely exciting for the home crowd there. Good job there, Red, there tonight. That was a long homecoming presentation, so we're going to take a 2-minute break here as we'll give Watson a couple of seconds to get back up to the booth and regain his composure here, and we'll take a 2-minute break. Back in 2 minutes on IA Colonel Sports on Super Talk for the Delta.
Magic Mart Pharmacy is a proud supporter of IA Colonel football. We know it takes hard work and commitment to win football games. Come by and let us work hard to earn your business. Serving Indianola and the Delta area as your hometown pharmacy for 25 years. That's Magic Mart Pharmacy, located on Highway 82 East behind McDonald's, with a drive-through window for your convenience. Magic Mart Pharmacy, where your health is our business. Go Colonels!
The year was 1953. The average wage was $4,000 a year. Gas was 20 cents a gallon, and Dwight D. Eisenhower became president. In that same year, in the land of cotton, the Mississippi Delta, Abrahams was born. Michael and Helen Abraham carry on the proud tradition of offering the finest collection of men and women's clothing for Indianola and all of the Delta. Jeans from Big Star and Silver, mountain khaki shorts and pants, and Polo and Cotton Brothers for men. For the ladies, shoes by OTBT, Barefoot Dream sweaters, and Carly dresses and tunics. And don't forget Patagonia and True Grit in ladies and men. Proud Colonel Boosters, Abrahams, downtown Indianola.
Some called it low smoke ahead-us. Some can't even pronounce it, but everyone agrees that low smoke ahead-us has delicious, authentic Mexican food that makes your mouth water. Satisfied customers from all over the Mississippi Delta dine with Juan and his staff every chance they get, and you will too. Low smoke ahead-us also has a party room that you can reserve for birthday parties, anniversaries, and just a good time. You won't feel crowded, and the atmosphere is that perfect setting for authentic Mexican food. That's Low Smoke Ahead-us Mexican Restaurant, Highway 82 in Indianola.
It's the year's best cheer.
Give us an A!
High school seniors, give us your A's and you could win one of 10 $1,000 scholarships from Planters Bank. Bring each report card to any Planters location, and every A you bring means another entry in a scholarship drawing. No purchase necessary. Drawing May 1st, 2017. For details, visit planters-bank.com. Time to win. Time to
give us an A!
Member FDIC.
Welcome back. Watson Cook, Brady Smith with you. Congratulations to Hannah Morgan Strickland, 2016 Homecoming Queen here at Indianola Academy. And how about that fireworks show?
That was pretty sharp there, Watson. You're exactly right. I couldn't stay focused on trying to talk here and figure out who was doing all what. I was probably mumbling and rambling. If you're out there in Colonel Nation, I just had a lot going on in my brain there, and kind of one-man operation up here, and I'd look to Kurt and maybe talk a little bit, and he kind of shut up there a little bit. So anyway, I guess the spotlight got the best of him there. But you're exactly right, Watson. The fireworks show was pretty sharp there. A lot of people here to witness that. Great crowd still here and on hand to watch a very good football game. And I believe there's been a lot of fireworks in this first half of this game so far, and I believe we're going to see some more in this second half as well.
Absolutely. 29-7 is your halftime score. Indianola Academy on top of the Winona Christian Stars. Well, I was out for just a few minutes. How about the double quick trivia? We still need to give that out?
Yes, we do.
All right, let's go ahead and do that. Our double quick trivia question. If you know the answer, call 662-207-8335. Again, that number to call is 662-207-8335. I'm going to say something briefly before we give out the question. You had asked me a week or two ago when the last time the Colonels returned a kickoff or returned a punt for a touchdown. And my apologies to Caleb Wilson. I was way off. I said you got to go back to maybe Ryan Lester. This happened last year. Caleb Wilson returned a kickoff for a touchdown last year and just completely slipped my mind, so my apologies to Caleb Wilson, but he is part of our trivia question tonight. Caleb Wilson was the last Colonel to return a kickoff for a touchdown. He did it last year. We want to know who was the opponent. Caleb Wilson returned a kickoff for a touchdown. It was the last special teams return for a touchdown for the Colonels. It happened last year. We want to know against who. If you know the answer, call 662-207-8335. We're going to step aside, take a break. We'll try to get a winner, and we'll come back and continue here at the half. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
I'm Greg Bills from Bills Body Shop in Rubel, Mississippi, and I want to fix your car. We've been in business for 40 years in the same location. We're a family-owned business and currently have 3 generations still working under the same roof. If you're ever in an accident, we can tow your vehicle, help you with your insurance claim, get you in a rental car, repair your vehicle, and deliver it back to you in usually under a week. We're located at 501 South Oak Street, Highway 49, Louisville, Mississippi. Give us a call today, 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
Pecans are only the beginning of what you'll find at Indianola Pecan House. Stop in for gift items from your favorite universities, great silver and gold jewelry from designers like Ronaldo, gourmet food items, cupcakes, caramel and pound cake, pecan pies, all made fresh daily. And they also create custom gift baskets for any occasion. Come in and sample their most recent flavors of pecans, crunchy praline popcorn, and crunchy praline. Serving pecans around the world for over 30 years from 1013 Highway 82 East. Indianola Pecan House, home of the original praline pecan.
Welcome back. Watson Cook, Brady Smith with you as we continue at the half from Legion Field. 29-7, your halftime score, IA in front of Winona Christian. Still no winner on our double quick trivia question. We'll throw out the question one more time. If you know the answer, call 662-207-8335. We said Caleb Wilson was the last Colonel to return a kickoff for a touchdown. He did it last year. We want to know against who. Or is it against whom? What's the proper grammar there? Miss Hodges would not be happy with me.
Miss Hodges and Miss DeLoss, you would have to call on them for that answer there. I'm going to say whom. That just sounds,
sounds more professional.
Yeah, right, and so un-Southern-like. Not very sure there. Great teachers at Indianola Academy. I know they could give you that answer.
It's just been so long since I've been there. I understand. It slipped my mind. So we want to know, who did Caleb Wilson return a kickoff for a touchdown against last year? If you know the answer, call 662-207-8335. Try to get a $10 gift card from our friends at Double Quick. While we've got a few moments, we'll remind you that the IA girls soccer team will host the first-round playoff game this coming Tuesday, October the 4th at 4 o'clock. They will be taking on Kirk Academy. Coach Ron Slater has his Lady Colonels in the playoffs year in, year out. A couple of years off of a state championship, and 9-5-2, the regular season record for Indianola Academy girls soccer this season. They are the number 1 seed out of Division III District 1. In girls soccer, they do it a little bit different than in the other sports as far as the alignment goes. There are 3 divisions. Lady Colonels compete in Division III, and they won their district, so they will host the first-round playoff game against Kirk Academy. Again, that's here on campus Tuesday, October 4th at 4 o'clock. Get a chance to come out and watch the Lady Colonels play some soccer. Always an exciting brand of soccer that they play, and should be a great atmosphere out here on Tuesday afternoon. 29-7, your score as we get ready to start the third quarter. The Colonels will be kicking away to Winona Christian, as my partner Brady's still working on a winner for our double quick trivia question. We'll get that to you as soon as we have a winner. Lang set to kick it away from the 40. They send Paul Green back deep to return. Still no winner?
Still no winner. We do have a clarification, though. It was whom is the word.
Oh, well, I'm glad you got that. Green takes the kickoff at the 4, returns it across the 20, near the 25-yard line. We want to know, who did Caleb Wilson return a kickoff for a touchdown against last season? It was the last time the Colonels returned either a kick or a punt for a touchdown. We want to know, who was the opponent last year. It'll be 1st and 10, Winona Christian from their own 20 as we start the third quarter. Did I say 20? I meant 24. Kind of like Brady. I can't remember what happened 5 seconds ago, but I can remember things from 15 years ago. Star quarterback Ferguson will go under center on 1st and 10, sends a man in motion left side. That's Blake Green, and he takes the handoff, picks up a few before he's brought down by Ben Van Cleve. And fighting for extra yardage, perhaps, ended up being a pretty big pile of Colonels in there on the tackle. Stuart Nichols in there as well, along with Mitchell Pitts.
Watson, we got a lot of people calling out of here. I thought everybody was at the game here. I'm glad people are actually listening in, but still nobody's gotten it right. And we've had a bunch of good guesses here, just cannot get the correct one. We actually said the answer in the pregame.
Yes,
so you're going to have to listen, folks out there in Colonel Nation, are going to have to start tuning in to 96.9 at 6:30 instead of 7 o'clock for the kickoff. Listen to us ramble for an extra 30 minutes.
2-yard pickup to the 26. Ferguson looking to pass. Colonel's giving chase. He fires it right side, caught at the 30-yard line by number 5, Paul Green, and taken out of bounds there, and Green is slow to get up. Still going to be short of the first down marker. 4-yard pickup. 3rd and 4 coming up. And as I hear Brady trying to give out some hints, we will tell you it was during the regular season. It was during the regular season last year, not during the playoffs, that Caleb Wilson returned a kickoff for a touchdown. 3rd and 4 for the Stars from their own 30. Man comes in motion to the near side. They give it to Castile straight ahead, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a couple. Boy, several Colonels in there on the stop. Ben Van Cleve, Jack Dodd, Sherman Timms also. They give him 3 to the 33. Going to be about a yard short of the first down.
We finally have a winner here. Will Nichols won. It was Winona was the answer. And we had a bunch of good guesses. Everybody was out there guessing. I'm glad everybody is still listening in here because we do have an exciting game and a good second half. But I appreciate y'all all calling out there in Colonel Nation. But Will Nichols got the answer right. It was Winona Christian Stars.
And he returned, Caleb Wilson returned the opening kickoff, 73 yards for a touchdown. Last year, the Colonels beat the Stars 45-14 as we've got a punt here from Winona Christian. William Barrier takes it at the 37, returns it right side. He's across midfield into Star territory, makes the cut at the 40. Barrier's got running room in a convoy. Cuts inside at the 15, Barrier to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. Right on cue, the Colonels return a punt for a touchdown. We've been talking about when was the last special teams return, and William Barrier takes this one 43 yards on the punt return for a touchdown.
Wow, just a great run there by William Barrier, making several cuts there. I thought he was going to get caught from behind 2 or 3 different times there. Just kept those feet churning, and Indianola Academy's wall units there, the return team got out front there, made some nice blocks, and just took it to the house. Indianola Academy doing a good job on special teams.
I said 43. Let's make that 63 yards on the return for William Barrier. I'm all messed up tonight.
It's fine. It happens. It's homecoming.
Lang is on for the extra point, and the kick is up and good. 36-7, Colonels extending the lead over Winona Christian with 9:56 to go in the third quarter. A touchdown brought to you by our friends at Slicky's Restaurant and Catering. William Barrier, a 63-yard punt return for the score. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Accidents do happen, and insurance companies do pay to make it right. But insurance companies don't get to tell you where to take your vehicle for repairs. It's your ride, your call. Make it count. Call Indianola Collision when you want it done right. Stop by 1437 Highway 82 East and let them look it over. Call 887-2000 right away. Call Indianola Collision at 887-2000. Nobody does a better job of making it right. Let the insurance company pay the claim, but you make the call. Indianola Collision.
stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola help you simplify and get to a better state, because with Andy Daniels handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola today and get to a better state with State Farm.
Welcome back. Watson Cook, Brady Smith with you. A low line drive kick out of Will Lane, going to go through the hands of one star, picked up at the 5 by Green. And he'll return it out to the 24.
Gotta love our fans out there in Colonel Nation. Had one call and just left me a voicemail, and he said the answer was William Barrier 2016 against Winona Christian. Morgan McDowell, you did not listen to the question 100% right. It said kickoff, not punt return. So technically, well, I guess you were kind of right. It was a special teams play, but nonetheless, definitely glad you're out there listening in tonight as your brother Andrew McDowell strutting down the sidelines over here, enjoying the game here.
First and 10 Stars from their own 25 is where they mark it. 9:49 to play in the third quarter. Colonel's 36, Stars 7. Congratulations once again to Hannah Morgan Strickland, our 2016 homecoming queen, as the Stars hand it off to Walker Pearson, and he works up to the 29, 4-yard pickup. Stephon Smith coming over to make the tackle.
You know, Watson, we've done a lot of substituting where there's been some crazy players in there, you know, third and fourth string, even some ninth graders playing in games past here. And I don't know about tonight here. Winona Christian's definitely holding their own here and keeping everybody in the bleachers on their toes. And this is an exciting game still, and we've got plenty of action left here in this football game.
2nd and 6 from the 29. Got a new quarterback for the Stars, number 15, Latham Hill. And he'll give it away to Blake Green. Looks for running room left side. Going to be brought down from behind. Mitchell Pitts going over to make the stop.
Colonels did a good job of just stretching that play out there, not allowing them to hook the edge there. They could not get to the outside, and Indianola Academy defense stuffed them once again, came up with a big answer, going to create a third down and long situation once again. You know, Watson, in the store this past week, I was sitting there, and 2 or 3 different people came in that one guy was from Louisville, Mississippi. He said he was traveling in this area last Friday night going to Delta State's game, heard us on the radio. Another guy came in. He said he was listening somewhere and heard us. I was like, we have some fans that never would have imagined. His son played on Pill Academy's team, and he was listening to us as well instead of listening to Pilla's announcer. So it was kind of crazy. We've had a lot of people come in, and we appreciate those fans out there in Colonel Nation listening.
Absolutely. 3rd and 5 for the Stars. They're going to call a timeout. 8:20 to play in the third quarter. Colonel's 36, Stars 7. We'll take a break as well. We'll take 1 minute and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Ready for a John Deere tractor that was built to exceed your toughest expectations? Buy it the Wade way. Get a John Deere 3032E tractor with 4-wheel drive for only $135 a month. Backed by a no-cost 6-year powertrain warranty. No chore or task will outmuscle this dependable tractor. Learn more at WadeIncorporated.com. Wade, delivering service, solutions, and success since 1909. Offer ends October 31st, 2016. Subject to approved installment credit with John Deere Financial. Terms, conditions, exclusions, and warranty limitations apply. See dealer for details.
Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. We are Gresham Petroleum Company, Indianola, Mississippi. Call 887-2160.
Welcome back on 3rd down. The Stars went for the home run ball. They tried to hit Landon Harmon down the left side. Pass falls incomplete. Shade Smith had the coverage. It brings up 4th and 5, and the Stars will punt it away. William Barrier back to return. Stands at his own 41. Returned the first punt of the third quarter. 63 yards for a touchdown. I bet they kick it away from him this time. Oh, instead they kick it right to him. Barrier let it hit the 41, and it takes a great star bounce inside the Colonel 25 to the 22. and that's where the Colonels will have it. 1st and 10, 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. Colonels on top, 36-7.
You know, Watson, the punt return team has kept us on our toes all year long, and they continue to do it tonight here in Indianola Academy. Frederick's son, William, Frederick being an old radio man, play-by-play announcer for Indianola Academy back a couple of years back, and his son now, William, a junior playing for Indianola Academy, and does a good job week after week back there at the punt return duties for the Colonels.
Colonel quarterback Will Davis takes the snap, has the screen pass set up, complete to Sherman Timms. He's got a Greenville Motorsports first down and more. Across the 35, up to the 37, 15 yards from Davis to Timms for the first down.
Number 27 for Winona looked like one of those leeches latching onto the side of a shark, taking a ride down the field there. He just was holding on by his shirt thread, and Timms are kind of a crazy bucking bull there that just was trying to get that cowboy off his back, and Timms just carrying him down the field like a man-child. Wow. In the defense of Kendall King, that's what a lot of people would look like trying to tackle Sherman Timms. Yeah, you're exactly right. Me especially.
First and 10, Colonels. Davis looking to pass, fires complete to Randy Kimball. Gets by a defender at the 45. He's in star territory and taken out of bounds at the 46. A 17-yard pickup, another Greenville Motorsports first down.
Yeah, you know, I would like to if I were out there defending Timms, I would be aiming low as well, definitely trying to take his legs out. Do not go up high there, as I know a lot of people he has manhandled over the year here, and just continue to do a good job there for the Colonels on the offense and the defensive side of the ball.
1st and 10 from the star 46. Clock runs with 7:10 to play in the third quarter. Davis swings it out left side, complete to Josh Hill, taken out of bounds just short of the 40-yard line. And by the way, I meant to mention this when I got back up in the booth at the half. I got word that Sebastian Harris will not return tonight. Got a bruise on the knee, took a helmet to the knee, and he will sit out the remainder of this one. And still in full pads, though, sitting on the sideline. A lot of guys, when they know they're not coming back, they'll go bid in street clothes. Not Sebastian Harris. 4-yard pickup to the 42, 2nd and 6 coming up. Handoff is to Mitchell Pitts, and he's got a hold straight ahead inside the 30 to the 25, down to the 20-yard line. Goes Mitchell Pitts, 22 yards on the carry. Another Greenville Motorsports first down.
Well, Pitts not called on upon a lot to run the ball there, but did a great job there that time when getting called upon running the ball hard between the tackles there, just shooting up in about the 3-hole there between the guard and tackle, and the guard and tackle made a nice hole up front for him and just got vaulted into the secondary there. Had a couple of blitzing linebackers shooting outside, guessed the wrong gap, and that really opened it up in the center for Pitts.
1st and 10 from the star 20. Davis under center with I formation in the backfield, looking to pass, throws over the middle, caught by Ben Van Cleve. He's inside the 5, dives for the goal line, and he's in there. Touchdown, Colonel. First touchdown reception of the season for Ben Van Cleve. This one from 20 yards out. Colonels go on top of the Stars, 42-7, with 6:38 to play in the third.
I could tell it was the first touchdown reception of the year after that Superman-esque layout there that he dove. I think he dove from about 5 yards out there. He was not going to be stopped from getting in that end zone there. Did a great job watching the ball in there and made a nice cut across the safety's face there and made him miss and just allowed him to get into that end zone. Great hard run there by Van Cleve.
Movement up front on the extra point. The kick is up and good. I don't see a flag. There sure was plenty of movement. Yeah. 43-7. Now your score with 6:34 to play in the third. A running clock now. So second half will go by in a little quicker fashion here.
Move along a little more swiftly. We better use these timeouts then, Watson.
Yeah, you got a point. We'll take a break. Back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Van Cleve Insurance has always been a proud supporter of the Indianola Academy Colonels. We would like to wish all local teams the best of luck and hope for lots of wins, great sportsmanship, and an injury-free season for all athletes. Here's to another AAA state championship run. That's Van Cleve Insurance, your trusted choice independent agent located on Highway 49 and serving Indianola and Sunflower County since 1932. Go Colonels!
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
Welcome back to kickoff from Lang, taken by Landon Harbin at the 15, returns it out across the 30 before he's taken down. 5:05 to play and clock running in the third quarter. Colonels on top of Winona Christian 43-7. Took the Colonels a little while to get going tonight. We had a very interesting first half where the Colonels took advantage of a turnover late in the second quarter. They were able to add a touchdown and extend the lead going into the locker room at the half, and it's been all Colonels here in the third quarter. Timeout on the field. It'll be 1st and 10 Stars from their own 34 coming out of the timeout. And officials now going to call for the clock to be stopped. It does not, and the officials don't argue. So,
you know, they were talking about, since we have this enclosed booth now, they really are trying to require a walkie so they can talk back and forth from the field up to here in the booth. And it's just helpful there so they can communicate. But the officials not able to communicate here, but they weren't too worried about stopping this clock.
1st and 10 Stars from their own 34 as they move left to right here in the third quarter. Ferguson back in at quarterback for Winona Christian. He'll turn handoff to Pearson, who burst through there near the first down marker. Jackson Cowart coming up to make the tackle. Let's get some of these names for you. Substitutions in there for the Colonels. Reed Junkin is in there on the defensive front. Number 50, Kate Policini. Number 77, James Roberts, the 9th grader, is in there as well. Jim Holland, Alex Tannehill, Charlie Holland, Eli Lipsy, Clint Jones. And there is a number 2, we believe that is Woods Toller. Not certain on that. Toller is a freshman. He's got one of the junior high jerseys on. Believe number 2 is Woods Toller.
I was actually watching him. You had my eyes fixated on him. He's adjusted his helmet here. He must not have the proper equipment on yet. He's got to get with the equipment manager next week here and get that young man suited up there in a proper high school jersey as well. But definitely glad those 9th graders, when they move up there, that means that they're showing some interest in playing this football a little further to the next level here and like to get out of here and hit, because it's not just given. The coaches are going to make them work for it.
Daniel Sepulveda, Logan White in the game as the handoff goes to Green, and he's got a far first down in Colonel territory. Boy, Winona Christian starting to hit a little bit now that some of these subs are in there for the Colonels. I saw several blue shirts go down to the ground with a big thud.
I saw one get wiped out once. He got up off the ground. Boom, got hit again immediately. I couldn't tell his number there. Ooh.
1st and 10 Stars from the Colonel 36. Clock continues to run with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Indianola on top 43-7. Thomas Putnam is in the game now. Another freshman for the Colonels. Wearing number 3 tonight. Play action on 1st and 10. Ferguson going to call his own number, runs it. Loose. And still well, I'm not sure the Colonels knew they could recover there. They sat there and looked at that thing for a minute or two.
It sat out there in wide open space.
Winona Christian recovers at the 24. That'll be good enough for another Star first down.
Partner, I'm going to have to sit down for a minute. I'm a little tired.
Take a load off.
And we've been working hard this week getting this ready for this 10-year reunion. Y'all see my wife out there. Tell her to take it easy on me, man, next week.
So what you're saying is the reunion will be over come Saturday night. It will not extend into the rest of the weekend of next week. 1st and 10 Stars from the 24. They look to put some more points on the board here late in the game with the clock running. Handoff is to Pearson. And he sends a couple of Colonels to the ground with a stiff arm, works inside the 15 to the 14. Should be good enough for another Star first down.
These guys, I tell you, this Winona team has some talent here, and they definitely know how to run the ball and put that ball in the air here and air it out. They've got some great size to them as well. Young men, just the ball finally started bouncing into Indianola's favor, and that's been the difference tonight versus other nights. The ball, it took a while to bounce in our favor, and finally it did there, and Indianola Academy was able to capitalize and go on and put this game out of arm's reach.
1st and 10 Stars from the 14. 15 seconds to play in the third, maybe the final play of the third quarter. Green takes the handoff around the left side. He stretches for the goal line, and they're going to mark him just short. 80 is Eli Lipsy. The touchdown-saving tackle. The third quarter will come to a close. It'll be 1st and goal, Winona Christian from the 1 when we come back to start the fourth quarter. Colonel's on top of the Stars, 43-7. We're back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Better medicine begins with big hearts, and Indianola Family Medical Group has 7 caring physicians ready to care for you, along with 5 nurse practitioners. There's also a fully staffed lab for those needed tests. You can reach Indianola Family Medical Group by calling 887-2212. If it's after hours, our Delta Primary Clinic has that compassionate care available for you without the wait times of the ER. Delta Primary is open Monday through Wednesday, 6 p.m. till 9 p.m., Saturday from 2 till 10, and Sundays from 2 till 6. Compassionate care, the kind you expect from hometown friends.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. 1st and goal, Winona Christian at the 1. IA on top of the Stars, 43-7 here on homecoming. Ferguson will go under center. And he's going to try to sneak it in there. And is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown Stars with 11:40 to play. Shaw Ferguson with a 1-yard quarterback keeper.
Well, we mentioned it early in the broadcast, Watson. This team just not going to go away here. A very stingy team and greedy and going to fight for every little bit that they can get, and doing an excellent job of getting out there and making the best of this situation here and running the ball hard and with authority. So Harbin will be on for the extra point. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good, 43-14. And the clock will continue to run here in the fourth quarter. We'll take another 1-minute break and be back. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Uh-oh, Cooper. I spilled my shoes on the carpet. Uh-oh, Olivia. What are we going to do? Oh, no! We can call Pat. He can replace your carpet.
That's right, Olivia and Cooper. Your Pap at Robertson Floor Service has any kind of carpet for those big messes or those little spills to make it all better.
Call my Paps at Robertson Floor Service.
662-887-4477. We can make it all better.
Proud supporters of Colonel Football, the Tackett family, owners of Heartland Catfish Company, farm 7,200 surface water acres of catfish and 15,000 acres of grain land. That makes us the largest single grower of farm-raised catfish in the U.S. Heartland is committed to supplying our customers with the highest quality farm-raised catfish products. Be sure and eat catfish raised in the Mississippi Delta by looking for the Heartland seal. Smooth, clean fillet cuts that meet the highest standards, just like Indianola Academy and Colonel Football. Heartland Catfish, a proud sponsor of Colonel Football.
Welcome back. Watson Cook, Brady Smith with you. The Stars cut into the Colonel lead a little bit. 7 plays, 66 yards on the scoring drive. Shaw Ferguson with a 1-yard quarterback keeper to make it 43-14. Colonel still in control here with 9:40 to go in the ballgame. Clock continues to run. Eli Lipsy takes the kickoff at the 25-yard line and returns it out across the 30 near the 35 before he's taken out of bounds. Colonels will have it 1st and 10. Josh Hill will be the new Colonel quarterback.
Seeing several Colonel new players checking in there. There's a second number 2 out there. There's a T.K. Bolden, and who did we decide that other?
I believe that's Woods Toller.
Okay, so yeah, that's exactly right. That's the one that we had determined.
And he checks out of the game. Clint Jones and Charlie Holland will be the receivers, split out to the right. Jim Holland, the receiver, to the left. Josh Hill, the quarterback, will work out of the gun with Day Willis in the backfield. Daniel Sepulveda, a late sub, coming onto the field. Or I say late sub, late addition coming out onto the field. Willis takes the handoff and works to the 35, 2-yard pickup for Willis.
Well, Day running the ball hard there for the Colonels' offense, and he loves getting called on. He's always excited, full of energy there. I believe that young man's going to be a bright future for Indianola Academy. He gets out there and dances. He can do some good dancing, man. And are you going to go to the – I got a question. Are you chaperoning the dance tonight, or do they have a high school dance?
They no longer have a homecoming dance.
Oh, man, golly. Huh?
Second and 7, and the pitch back. Ball is loose on the ground. Willis recovers back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 9 on the play.
Well, one good thing about that is save a little money on the the homecoming dance there. The band no longer have to get involved there. So, I didn't realize they didn't have a dance anymore. I know that upsets you not to get called upon as a teacher to go in there and chaperone.
Breaks my heart.
I don't know.
7.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Colonel's on top of Winona Christian 43-14. Hill will work out of the gun on 3rd and long. 2 receivers to either side looking to pass, throws. And it is incomplete. Tried to hit Jim Holland over on the far hash. Pass short hopped him a little bit. 4th down coming up, and the Colonels will have to punt it away.
I think that's pretty neat that Jim is 18 and Charlie is 81. The brothers there just got the backwards jersey numbers. Hadn't really thought about that till now.
Will Lang will go back and punt. The Stars will send Blake Green back deep to return. Lang will go back and stand at his own 16 to kick it away. Green going to wait for the kick at his own 40. Lang gets off a high, wobbly kick. Going to hit at the 44, take a Colonel roll. Boy, Green puts it on the ground, and the Colonels have recovered. Ill-advised decision there from Green. He picked it up at the last minute with Colonel surrounding him, and William Barrier comes up with the fumble recovery.
We haven't had a nominee for the Bills Body Shop Collision of the game yet tonight. I might actually have to give that to Lester there. That was I can't call a nominee anyway, and Lester laid the lumber there, followed the ball. The ball rolled right into the return man for Winona, and at that time he was met with a wall, a sea of blue there as Wesley Lester and company there were right there to meet him real quick, and he couldn't get that ball grasped in there, fumbled it, and William Berry was right on top of that to fall on that thing.
May have actually been Jackson Cowart with the recovery.
Okay, not bad.
I called it as Barrier also, but I believe it may have been.
Well, I was just going off you. I didn't want to make you look bad, you know. I just saw Wesley lay the lumber there. That was a nice lick on his part. I saw him on the ground. He was getting excited there. That's the part I like to see.
Regardless of who recovered, it is Colonel football. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Oh, little Ben Riddick with some pom-poms trying to get down there on the track and dance with the cheerleaders.
He is entertaining.
Josh Hill, the Colonel quarterback, as the clock continues to run, he'll hand it off to Willis. And Willis is popped by the Stars at the 29. 2-yard pickup for Day Willis will bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, he definitely is out there shaking away there. And Day Willis taking some notes out of Ben Riddick's playbook there and showing the moves out on the field as well there. The Colonel's running back there, making some moves, and got hit 2 or 3 times, just able to elude some would-be tacklers there and actually get up to a 2nd and manageable play for the Colonels.
2nd and 8 from the start, 29, 4:25 to play. Clock continues to run. Hill swings it right side. It's complete to Clint Jones, and Jones taken out of bounds at the 12. Clint Jones with his first reception of the year, 17 yards from Hill to Jones.
Boy, he put it right in his breadbasket there. Clint Jones doing a good job watching that ball in there, making a nice catch, a good crisp route he ran there, and And Josh Hill throwing that ball with a little authority there that time, and did a great job from quarterback to receiver there. I noticed tonight, and I hate to say this, but, you know, where it starts is that center to quarterback exchange, and we hadn't had a bad one tonight. Hate to see Seth Travis gone and out there, but for a man stepping in there and playing, you know, as a sub in the center position, Jack Dodd has done a great job of getting in there.
1st and 10, Hill will go back and take a knee, and the Colonels will try to run out the clock here. 3.5 minutes to go, but it will not stop. And so Hill will go back. They'll mark it at the 18.
And actually, Watson, Kurt's right. That is number 57, Logan White, out there on the field now playing the backup center as well. So we do see a little bright future, a promising future there for the Colonels, being 3 deep at the center position. We talked about it earlier, where they have plenty of depth on this team here, and glad to see that, because that is a very important position. You hate to see that senior leadership missing in number 51, because he is a spark our offensive line definitely needs and appreciates, but at the same time, you know, he's going to be missed there, and we definitely hope for a speedy recovery. Need him, Hunter Price, and all the other players that are out hurt. I think Horner is still out hurt a little bit. Yep. John Abbott-Smith is down there as well, and Slade Boone. So our offensive line and defensive line is really playing banged up right now. But these Colonels are steadily going on and fighting, like not even letting it bother them.
Hill takes another knee back to the 25. Clock continues to run. 2:15 to play. He's going to let the play clock run down all the way to 1 before he takes a snap. And the Colonels will improve to 7-0 on the year. Hill will go back, take another knee. This one at the 32. Well, Hill not doing much for his rushing average there, but
doing what the coaches say.
He understands. If anybody out there understands the rhyme and reason, it's Josh Hill.
Oh yeah, very smart young athlete there. You're exactly right. He understands why you do this on this play, and a lot of people, it takes them a lifetime to pick up. Why did the coach do this? Why is they calling that? I've heard you talk about how very smart and gifted he is as an athlete.
And he will take another knee on 4th and 30, and that'll be a turnover on downs. The Stars will get it back with about 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Who did you say, 77? That's James Roberts, isn't it?
Yeah, 77 is James
Boy,
Roberts.
He's out there. He didn't get the memo that they were kneeing him, and another player for Winona were steadily beating and battling and banging away. Hey, he told Coach, hey, I practice here. I definitely wanted to continue my playing out here when I'm getting called upon.
Under 1 minute to go now. The Stars taking their time getting out onto the field.
Really, they're getting water break over there.
Colonel defense out there ready to go, and they may stop the clock for a timeout here. Maybe not.
Yeah, we could have just witnessed the last play of the game. Not sure what's occurring here.
Winona Christian may not come back out onto the field. Still got 25 seconds to go.
They could do this at the end of the game. I mean, they might as well go on and line up for it.
So now Coach Nestor and his team will start walking across. Clock down to 10, 43 to 14. Going to be your final score. Indianola Academy improves to 7-0 on the year. They will hit the road after a 3-game homestand. Next week will be in Clarksdale at Lee Academy. Well, like we said, it took the Colonels a little bit tonight. Winona Christian had a lot to do with that, with the way they played in the first half. But the Colonels able to get back to their old ways, dominate in the third quarter, and they win this one 43 to 14.
Yeah, definitely refreshing. The second half is tell of two halves. You know, Watson, and I know I keep mentioning it week after week, but you got to go no further than Oxford and Starkville to see that, hey, what a tale of two halves makes. And Indianola Academy taking the play out of those two teams' playbook here tonight and led the entire game. I do have to say that, but, you know, just finished up the second half, played a strong second half there. We're able to execute, do what Coach Nestor and